Are we live up in the house? Hey guys, thank you. Hey guys, thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Yeah, of course. And tour hours. Thanks, sisters. I've got my kimono on. I have a whole nother kimono. I didn't even feel like wearing it today. Thank you so much. Payable. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's like matcha vibes. It's like matcha colors, you know what I'm saying? I have a whole nother kimono, but it just feels a little bit extra. You know what I'm saying? Hello, let's party. Thank you so much. Thanks, Tanya. Merry Christmas. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. I am the big 30. I am 30 years old. That's crazy. My 20s are over. They're done. It's Team 30 and I'm loving it. I'm loving Team 30 so far. It's a vibe. It's like when you're walking down the street, it's like, I'm not a little kid. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not a little kid anymore. Thank you so much. Thanks, Tanya. Merry Christmas, guys. I hope you guys had a very good... What were you guys doing today? Were you eating? Were you eating delicious food? I'm here by myself, so I spent my birthday by myself, which is totally okay. Welcome to the Big Threes. Thank you very much. I love it so far. 30s is it's kind of a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Eating and visiting. I love it. Not gonna say I'm jealous. I'm not. I'm okay. I've been spending my birthday alone for years, and I'm having a ball. I'm home in Japan. It was pouring rain outside, but today it's snowing. Thank you so much, Brandon. So yeah, the vibes are good. I'm grateful to be here. I'm very excited. Hold on, what do we got going on here? So yeah, yes, I live here. So I'm home until I go to Africa. I go to Africa in 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, let's dance and party. Right. It is good fabric, isn't it? So yeah, I'm in 2 weeks I go to Africa. I'm going to visit 8 countries in January, which is gonna be fun. I hope everything goes smooth. I'm going to some very difficult countries. But right now I'm relaxing. Relaxing until that happens. You guys know I'm on a mission to visit all the countries on planet Earth. Every single one. So yeah. If you guys are having a Merry Christmas, hit the like button up in here. Hit the likey. Yeah, I want to talk to you guys today about my Bible study I was doing earlier. So, I was doing myself a little proverb study, which I do often, not often, but at least once every 6 months. You do a little proverbs, a little study of the proverbs. It slaps you upside the face, you know. When you study the book of Proverbs, you get slapped, you know, by the word of God. And you know what? I wanted to talk about the things I was reading today. And see what you guys think. Thank you so much, Nisha. Thank you so much, sister. Um, no, I kind of do my own thing here when I'm in Japan. I kind of do my own thing. I'm kind of I'm here to chill, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'm in Japan, when I'm home, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm still working cuz you know, I'm a travel blogger, so you know, we're still posting videos, we're still doing the whole deal. But like I just want to lay low and relax cuz I always have a crazy year. So when I'm in Japan, it's kind of like chill vibes, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, yesterday I was just eating, and there's a lot of tourists right now in the streets. They're in the streets like running through the streets like wild monkeys right now. Like Christmas, everybody comes to Japan, so there are so many tourists right now. I'm kind of waiting for them to leave. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. Um, there's so many tourists here right now. A lot of people take like Christmas vacations to Japan. So when I'm walking down the street, everybody's American. I was in the grocery store today. Everybody in there was American. I hear Americans screaming and yelling, and I'm just like, no, I'm kidding. No hate. It's good for the Japanese government. um, it's good for the Japanese government. Thanks, Benny. And yeah, they are like wild monkeys. You should see them. They're screaming. And it's so funny because Japan is a very quiet country. Japanese people don't ever speak above a calm whisper. This is a Japanese person. They're very zen, they're very quiet. This is a quiet culture. Everything in Japan is arigatou gozaimasu. Konnichiwa, arisagade. It's very, very quiet. And then you hear the Americans and they're like, so it's just so funny because Americans in Japan stick out like a sore thumb, you know what I'm saying? But Japanese people don't say anything, you know? Like Japanese people are just like looking around, you know. I do speak Japanese, so I do hear them talking, but like they don't say anything unless it gets like out of hand. Like sometimes you'll hear a Japanese person say like, please be more quiet. Like in Japan, we're not loud. And you'll hear Americans on the phone on the train, which is so, in Japan, it's considered so disrespectful to talk on the train. On the Japanese, you know, on the metro, you can hear a pin drop. But when there's Americans, they're talking on the phone like, hey, we're headed to Shibuya. What time are you gonna? And Japanese people are just like, that is considered so bad. But anyways, yeah, I was just grocery shopping this morning and already the streets are packed with the Americans. I'm American too. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to separate myself. But it's just funny because, you know, I know they're on family vacations. And we're happy for them. It's a beautiful thing to be on a family vacation. So we're happy for them. Thank you so much. So yeah, anyways. They usually leave in like a week. Like most people on vacation that come to Japan for Christmas, they come and then they leave after January 2nd. So January 2nd, things start to die down again. But right now, the streets are jumping. So yeah, it is my 30th birthday today. I turned 30 today, December 25th. Thank you so much, Zoka the God. Thank you guys. Is it cold there? Yes, it is. It is very cold here. It's colder in the north. It's snowing actually in the north of Japan. And it was snowing here for a couple hours today, but thank you so much. Thank you for the birthday wishes, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was talking to my brother this morning. He called me, my brother Isaiah, and he was like, "You're old." I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, you're old. He's 21. So I'm like, so if I was walking down the street and I was asking him all these obscure questions about, is 30 old? Is 30 old? He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Stop trying to slice it a different way. You're old. I'm like, you know what? If I'm old, then I'm embracing it. I don't care. I don't feel old, but I'm 30 today. So I'm excited to be a part of Team 30. It's very cute. I love it. I do feel different. Some people say, like, did you feel different? Yesterday I was 29. Today I'm 30. And it does feel different. There's something different in the air. And I'm liking it. 30 feels confident. 30 feels like I'm not dealing with drama. I'm not into the drama. 30 feels like I want a good book. I want to sit at a cafe. Well, I was doing that in my 20s too, but it's just like, I want a good book. I want to sit at a cafe and have a matcha latte. I'm not scrolling on social media in my free time. I'm knitting or crocheting or something. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. So anyways, I hope you guys had a very 43 is still young. 43 is still young and a vibe. The new 20. Exactly. 30 is the new 20. No, it's not even the new 20. Here's the thing. Your 30s are actually your 20s. Your 20s are your teens. You know what I'm saying? Because in your 20s, you're trying to figure out who you are in the world. You're trying to fit in with all these people. You're not even fit in. You're worried about people's opinions about you. You're like, where am I fitting in the world? What's my life gonna be? What's my life gonna be? Your 20s is usually a mess, right? You're dating all the wrong people. And then when you're 30, it's like, oh, snap. I'm not trying to fit in with nobody. I'm not trying to look cool to anybody. I'm not trying to impress anybody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I like 30. I really like 30. It's really, really cute. Chell, yeah, I feel like 20. Yeah. So that's why I like 30. It feels really confident. Like I don't care about who likes me. I fought that I fought that for so much of my life, like trying to be liked by as many people as I possibly can and trying to be understood and trying to be, you kidding me? If somebody doesn't want to like me, they don't want to like me. If somebody wants to misunderstand me, I'm not fighting for people to stay in my life. I'm not bending over backwards trying to, fit into whatever is cool. No. Somebody said to me the other day, like, you should start doing some TikTok dances, like dancing, like how everybody's dancing on TikTok. And I said, honestly, hi. Yes, I'm 30 now. Today I turned 30. I was like, you will never, ever, 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 ever see me dancing on TikTok like everybody else to some stupid trending music. Never. I don't care what everybody else is doing. Am I judging people who do that? No, I'm not judging them. But I'm just saying, like, I don't need to do something just because it's popular and everybody's doing it. That's why I like 30. It's like, yeah, totally. So anyways, if you're in your 20s, it's a vibe. If you're in your 30s, it's a vibe. If you're in your 40s, it's a vibe. You're alive. Oh, that rhymed. Unfortunately, I follow a girl on Instagram and her son just died, which is so sad. Thank you so much, Sierra. Merry Christmas. God bless you too. Thank you so much, Suni. Yeah, I follow a woman on social media and her son just passed away and it's so sad. Because he was only 20 something, in his 20s. He died in a car accident. And she was saying like surviving 50s is a vibe too. 50s it's very cute. What is the vibe for 50? I don't know what the 50 vibe is yet because I'm not in my 50s, but there's something there too. 60s too. One of my closest friends is in her 60s. One of my closest friends, we met in Switzerland. We were staying in the same hostel. I'm jumping subjects right now, but Yeah, I met this woman. She was in her 60s. We were staying in the same hostel in Switzerland, and we're great friends. Your grandpa's 84. Nice. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, guys. Your grandpa's, yeah, saving your health. Happy birthday, by the way. Ooh, that rhymed. Now we're talking. So anyways, I don't date. What is the oldest I'll date? I don't date. But if I did date, the oldest I would date would probably be 36, 37, 38. 36, 37, 38. Yeah, maybe. But I don't date. Unfortunately. Fortunately. Actually, fortunately. Hi! So anyways, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about I've been writing down a lot. There's been a lot going on here. I've just started writing a new book, and I was studying Proverbs today. Hi! How's the new haircut going? It is going very good. I cut 8 inches off of my hair, and I love it. I plan on really focusing on hair health in 2026 so that I can just grow my hair down to my hips, but my hair will all be healthy. Before, my hair was a little bit not as healthy because I straightened my hair for so many years. So like the bottom half of my hair, it just needed to be chopped. I just needed to get rid of it, you know? So now my hair is, I would say, 100% healthy. There's no split ends. I don't have any breakage. So that's why I cut my hair. I really wanted to just have a new, you know. But I still got a little something back here. I still have a cute little, you know, ponytail. And I'm going to grow my hair down to my hips, but it'll be healthy. I always tell people, hair health should precede hair length. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't put the cart before the horse. Don't worry about how long your hair is. You should worry about the health of your hair. Then your hair will inevitably grow long, because unfortunately, if the bottom of your hair is jacked up, it doesn't matter how much your hair grows because it's going to keep breaking off from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So, I do not look like Candace Owens. Just because she's black? Other than you agree. Yeah, so hair health, this is a great time to do a little trim or a big chop. If you are struggling with breakage or split ends, get rid of them now. They're only holding you back. Chop those nasty, dead, crunchy ends off before the year's over, guys. Your hair is not going to grow. Or if it grows, it's going to keep breaking off. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, yes, I was studying today. So I want to share with you guys some things I was studying. And I am simultaneously, Candace Owens, I'll take it. I am simultaneously, your girl leaves in less than 2 weeks. I'm heading to Africa. Whoo, do I have one heck of a 2026 ahead of me. Oh my gosh. January alone is going to be crazy. Make sure you guys subscribed. I'm visiting 8 countries in January. Eight African countries. As soon as I leave Japan, I'm headed to go get 6 vaccinations, you guys, so that I can go to West Africa, and I will be visiting the entire West Africa. The entire West Africa. I hope to finish all of West Africa between January, February, March. I think I can do it. January, February, March, I will have hopefully visited every single country in West Africa. And I think there's a lot of countries in West Africa. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Asaj. Thank you, sisters. So, Yes, I speak Japanese. I'm fluent in Japanese, and I'm fluent in Putonghua, which is Chinese, but it's not Mandarin. And I speak English and I can speak Spanish, but I'm not fluent in Spanish. I can have any conversation, but I'm not necessarily fluent in Spanish. But that's it. Okay. So yeah, I want to share with you guys what I've been studying today. And I'm fundraising to help me with my every country goal next year. Boom. I have a 10K goal. We have the whiteboard. This whiteboard. So I'm gonna fill in because this morning we raised 500 in the live stream this morning. So I'm gonna fill that first part in. I'm gonna fill this. I'm fundraising to help me with this every country goal. I'm gonna raise 10K before this year is over. So, or I think we could do it in the weekend, honestly. So have you been to Tuvalu? So yeah, I'm on a mission to visit every country in the world. I hope to finish by the end of, literally this time next year, I hope to have finished my 9-year quest to visit every single country in the world. I want to finish this thing, and the 2026 is that year that I plan to finish. I have 56 countries left to go. 56. So I don't know if that sounds like a lot or a little. I think for me it sounds like both. It sounds like a lot and a little bit. Because I've already been to 139 countries and I have 56 more of them to go. So that is what we're doing in 2026. 2 weeks, I go to Africa to finish it. So yeah, and it's my birthday today. Thank you guys so much for thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Today is my birthday. Have you been to Cambodia? I've been to Cambodia several times. And what is the plan after you finish your goal? That is the infamous question that I don't know how to answer. I think that's my most asked question. Other than, yeah, one of my most asked questions. What do I plan to do after I finish visiting every country in the world? And I never know how to answer. Because I don't know what the question means. Like, what do you mean? I don't know. I feel like everything, my whole mind is trying to finish the countries. Do you mean, will I stop traveling? No, I'm still going to travel. But I don't know how to answer the question. I'm still going to travel. I'm still going to make videos. I'm still going to be a YouTuber. I'm still going to make travel. Like, I'll just have visited every country in the world. So, yeah. There's nothing specific, like, I have tons of goals, though. Like, I have a ton of goals in my life. But I don't know if you're asking about those. Hi! Hi! Today's my birthday, so how old am I? Today is my 30th birthday. I'm 30. I turned 30 today. Oh, I have these little firecrackers, which is so cool. So yeah, if anyone... Okay, so I'm fundraising today. Donations are going towards helping me with my every country goal. If you want to give your girl a birthday gift, donations are to Cash App, Maryjane Byram on Cash App, which is pinned in the comments. Here, hi Venus! I should write a book about my travels. I have been writing a book for 8 years. I've written several books, actually. I've written 8 to 10 books, but I have been writing one for 8 years. I started writing it when I started my travels. And I plan to become an author. That's another one of my goals. You know how they say to people, like, Be careful how often you say. I also agree. I think like you should be very careful um, saying what your goals are in life. I mean, I think certain things are okay to say, but I think you don't have to tell everybody what your dreams are. You could just go for them, and because people like to tell you what you can and can't do. Trust me. I've been traveling on YouTube for 8 years, and there's so many people that tell me what I can't do and what I can do and what's not going to work, what is going to work. So when people say keep your dreams to yourself, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. It is my birthday. It is. Thanks. Yeah, I 100% agree. The second you start telling people what your dreams and goals are, get ready. Get ready. You're going to have the dream snatchers coming after you. You're going to have the dream snatchers coming after you. You can't do this. You're stupid for even thinking you ever thought you could do something like that. They're going to come after your dreams. They're going to kill them. Keep them to yourself. And just work. Do what you need to do. Don't run around telling people what you want to do and what you think you're doing, Play your cards, smart. Unless, for some reason, telling somebody is important, there's no need. So I'm very selective with what I tell people. Of course, I'm on a mission to visit every country in the world. So that I do tell people, So anyways, I definitely say some things, but not everything. Like visiting every country in the world. Come on. That's what my whole YouTube channel is about. So, but in the beginning, I definitely feel like I should have kept it more to myself, but it didn't stop me because it almost did. There was tons of people told me I was crazy for even thinking that I could ever do anything like this. So, I have tons of goals, and I think everybody should. Tons and tons of goals in life, I feel like that's what life should be about. And I actually was reading about that today in Proverbs, which I wanted to talk about. I haven't even gotten there yet. So yeah, I am fundraising today as well to help me with this mission, my every country mission that I plan to finish in exactly 1 year. I have 56 more countries to go. In 2 weeks, we're going to go finish 8 of them. We're going to get 8 finished in January. So I never know where to put this freaking whiteboard. So yeah, 30 seems to be the magic number because I'm 30 today. Today is my 30th birthday. So if you could donate $30, that would be so magical to my... So the donation method is Cash App, which is in the comments, Maryjane Byram. Or if it's more, then that's amazing too. Or even if it's 5, that's amazing too. It all adds up. Thank you guys so much. I had a birthday hat on and then I took it off because it was giving me a headache. But, whew, man, yeah, like I said, we have 1 year. We have 1 whole year of travel in 2026. 2026, I will be traveling every single day of 2026. Woo, that's why I'm laying so low right now. I'm just trying to relax and, oh my gosh, trying to gear up, trying to get ready. Because it's going to be no joke. Are you actually enjoying spending enough time in each country? Are you kidding me? Have you seen my travels this year? Have you seen my travels this year? I was spending way too much time in each country. Not, I won't say too much, but I was in Brazil for 2 months this year. I just left Brazil. I was in Ethiopia for 2 months. I was in Namibia for 3 months. I was in South Africa for 2 months. I was in Europe for 3.5 months. You know what I'm saying? Um, Hi, oh, thank you for the super chat. Give Patterson, New Jersey, a shout out, please. Shout out to Patterson, New Jersey. So, anyways, this is my mission. And if you want to go on a mission to visit every country in the world, you can go at the pace that you want to go on. I'm going at my own pace. And there are a lot of countries that I don't want to stay in for 1 month. There's countries that I wouldn't even go to unless I was on a mission to visit every country in the world, you know? Like, there's some countries that I just would have no interest in going. I'm only going because I'm on a mission to visit every country. So there's certain countries I'll stay in for 3 days, you know? 3 days, 2 days sometimes. You were just in Ethiopia in December. Nice. I was just there. There's certain places that I don't really enjoy that much, you know? To be very honest, sometimes I go to a country and I don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm there because I'm on this mission. So I'm doing it my way. Some people might do it their way. It's been 9 years, so I'm ready to finish this thing. So, yeah. You keep saying that I'm Ethiopian. I'm not Ethiopian. I am American. I'm from the United States of America. And my family's from all over. But we're just American. I understand a lot of people think I'm Ethiopian. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Merry Christmas, Layla. Thank you so much. I haven't even gotten into my notes here. I wrote so many. I started writing a new book because, Benny! Thank you so much, Benny, for the super chat. And thanks for showing up and supporting and being very supportive and kind. It means so much. It means a lot. To all the people who show up and are supportive, it means so much. Thank you so much. I've been to India many times. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, guys. Yeah, it's still my birthday. Today, I turned 30. I'm the big 30, which is really cool. I love it so far. Honestly, shout out to Benny. He really is. Like, use. Thank you so much, Orville. Thanks for the birthday wishes, guys. Yeah, I spent my birthday by myself. I have spent my birthday by myself for like the last 4 years. I'm used to it, but it's very meaningful, and it's so nice that so many of you guys are remembered and care to say happy birthday to me, and I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you. The 30s are crazy. Like, so many people say like they have a breakdown at 30. I'm like, I'm feeling the opposite. Like, I'm feeling almost relieved. Like, it feels almost like this sense of like relief. When you're in your 20s, it's like, at least for me, I won't speak for anybody else. Do I like Indians? I like Indians. What kind of question is that? Of course I like Indians. I'm from New Jersey, and there's a ton of Indians in New Jersey. I've always grown up with Indian people, and they're cool people, and their food's delicious, yes. I've been to India. I've been to India many times. So, yeah, what was I saying? 30s. Here's what I realized about the 30s. The 20s, you're so stressed out. You're so trying to be liked. You want to be liked. You want to be accepted. You're like, I hope this person likes me. I hope these people like me. I hope. When you're 30, you're like, I'm not sitting here fighting for people to like me. Or I'm not fighting for relationships. I don't mean you shouldn't care about relationships. What I mean is like, just that wrestle of like trying to be liked, trying to be appreciated, trying to make people understand you. And then when you're 30, you're like, whoever understands me does, whoever doesn't, whoever likes me, whoever doesn't like me, doesn't like me. I'm not. Are you kidding me? There's absolutely no way. And you stop trying to bend over backwards to be liked. That's what I was doing in my 20s. And being so upset when somebody doesn't get you or somebody misunderstand. Like, no, not in my 30s. And I'm so good. Like, I am so good. You know, when it says, like, in Philippians, Paul says, like, he knows how to be up. He knows how to be down. He knows how to be liked. He knows how to be disliked. That's how I feel. It's like, I know how to do it. Like, if I'm disliked, I know I'm okay. I am perfectly fine. If I'm liked, that is a blessing. If I'm up right now in my life, amazing. I know how to deal with it. If I'm down, I know how to deal with it. I've learned that in my 20s. It's like you got to learn how to bob and weave and like just keep moving, you know, whatever's going on, whether things are going your way or whether they're not. My life keeps going. Somebody doesn't want to be in my life anymore. Okay. Somebody does. Amazing. Somebody doesn't want to understand me. That's okay. I'm not going to be up and down all the time. I'm done with that. Had and sappy. Mad, happy, sad, happy, mad, sad, happy, mad. No, 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 no. I know how to sit my butt down somewhere, get a book, and be perfectly content all by myself. Do I think you should be by yourself in life? No. Relationships are beautiful. But just stressing out all the time about who likes you, what somebody's saying about you, what somebody thinks about you. It's like, this is who I am. I'm not a perfect specimen. I've never, ever, ever tried to make it ever seem like I was perfect. But if somebody can't, you know, somebody's either going to choose to appreciate you, like you, or somebody's not. And then the other thing that in my 20s that I'm glad that is over is you trying to fit yourself into all these different people. Like, who am I? Who am I? I did that in my 20s, trying to pretend like I'm different kinds of people that I was not. And I'm like, no, I'm perfectly okay just being MJ, whatever that is. I don't need to fit in with the Instagram baddies, the influencer group, whoever. I tried many different things, different groups, you know. And I'm like, nah. I'm the traveler girl, and I'm several things, but that's what I like about 30s. You feel more relaxed, and you're not doing the little kid stuff anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like the little kid stuff is over. You're with you on that. You can't please everybody. You can never please everybody. Good luck trying to please everybody. Good luck with that. So yeah, that's why I like 30. It's chill. It's like I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not going to be arguing with people. I'm not going to be upset when somebody doesn't like me. If I have to roll alone, I can roll alone. Yeah, peace becomes a higher priority. I would say that is kind of what I'm saying. But I love it so far, and I guess I was just kind of moving towards this my entire 20s. So I guess I hope to be more and more and more that way. Caring less about whatever the heck is going on in life with all these, you know? There's always something going on. And it's like you can spend so much of your time stressed about just life in general that was going to life on you anyways. Life is always going to life. My girl, thank you so much. You're so sweet. I hope you have an amazing birthday. Or, it's not your birthday, it's my birthday. What I meant to say was I hope you're having an amazing Christmas. When your birthday comes, I hope you have an amazing birthday too. Thanks so much for your support, and I'm very grateful. Hope you had a very good day today. Relaxing, good food, chill. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm the big 3-0. The big 3-0. But by the way, you know when you turn an age, you just finished that year, you're not starting that year. You know, like if you're turning 30, it means you've been on the earth for 30 years. You're not just starting your 30th year, you just ended your 30th year. You know? So on your birthday, you're not starting a new age, you just completed that age. So I turned 30 today, which means I just completed 30 years on earth. I'm not starting 30, I just finished 30 years. Yeah, so just saying. I'm 30. Thank you. Your day has been very blessed. That's amazing. I'm so grateful that you're here and you come bless my live streams with your presence. You're a blessing. I hope you have an amazing 2026. Some cultures also count the time spent in the womb. Right. I don't count the time spent in my womb. I don't count the womb time. But when you turn an age, you just completed that year. You're not starting that year. You know what I'm saying? So I turned 30 today, meaning I've been on planet Earth for 30 years. What's in my womb? What am I talking about? I just ended 30 years. So anyways, yeah. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, guys. I'm 30, and you guys, it is still Christmas, so I hope you guys, if you celebrate, I know not everybody does. By the way, we just got our first. Okay, James. Thank you, James. James sent a 30 birthday gift. Thank you so much. May I ask what you're wearing? Yes, I'm wearing a Japanese kimono because I'm in Kyoto, Japan. Thank you so much, Jeanette. I'm home in Kyoto, where kimonos come from. Kimonos came from Japan because they were made for geishas. Geishas are from Kyoto. I think I might go see a geisha show tomorrow. Maybe today. Maybe I'll go see a geisha show today. Yeah, I am in Kyoto, Japan. That's where I live. And the vibes are really good on Christmas. Okay. I'm raising money, thank you, for my travels. 2 weeks I'm leaving to Africa to finish visiting every country in Africa, which is going to be Nutsville. So yeah, anyways. If you want to send your girl a birthday gift, it is very appreciated. You could send to a donation you could send a donation to Cash App, which is my full name, Maryjane Byram. It's pinned here in the comments. We just got $30 from James. Thank you, James. $30 seems to be the average donation amount today because it's my 30th. So yeah, if you could donate $30, it would be so amazing. It would be the best birthday gift ever, even though anything helps. So where are we? 5:30. We're at 5:30. Still saving up for a new laptop. So life is good. Okay, you took 2.5 years back from CVD era. I like how huh? I don't get it. I don't get it. Hi, Maurice. I want to talk to you guys today about my proverb study I was doing, which I do when I need a little bit of hey, if you want to ever be slapped upside the head, read the book of Proverbs in the Bible. I'm cold. I need to turn the heat on. Hi. You asked once, let's see, Kimoto? You asked us once if we would like to see you in a kimono. I asked that. Kimoto. You mean a kimono? K-M. Now you made me forget how to spell it. Kimono. K-I-M-O-N-O. Kimono. Right. I think you mean kimono. I think that you would look great. I am wearing a kimono though. This is a kimono. I actually have another one that I bought for my birthday, but for some reason I just didn't feel like putting it on today. It's really fancy. And I just didn't feel like, don't be sorry. I know what you meant. But yeah, this is a kimono. Yeah, I have another one, but it was just a little bit too fancy, you know what I'm saying? It was like doing a lot, so I just decided to wear this one. What made me move here? So I moved to Asia. I moved to Japan when I moved to China when I was 19 going on 20 years old, and I lived in China for 4 years, and I would always go to Japan because it was close to where I was living in China, and fell in love with it, and I couldn't get enough. Absolutely fell in love with Japan. I used to come here when I was very low moments in my life. I would come to Japan, and it was just home for me. It's like my safe haven. I had a really tough year in 2023, like really tough. And I had a really tough year in 2024 as well. I had like a pretty serious falling out with my family. And every time I would have every time I was like really low, I would come to Japan and just, man, it was just actually life-saving for me. I taught myself how to speak Japanese. My grandmother also taught me, she helped me learn how to speak Japanese. I would just go on long 40,000 steps walks here, and just, it was life-changing. It was, I don't know, it was just, Japan has always been that place for me. It's that warm, cozy, homey, this is my place type of feeling, you know? I've always felt that here. I don't feel it anywhere else. So. Oh, I know. So like my other kimono that's really fancy, I don't know. I just didn't feel like wearing it. I wanted to be a little bit more cozy, you know what I'm saying? I wanted cozy vibes. But I do have a very fancy kimono, but I'm going to wear it for my photo shoot. I have a photo shoot coming next week. But right now, I want to wear this one. It's still Christmas vibes because it's like green, you know what I'm saying? There's green up in here. And I had my Christmas headband on, my birthday headband on, but I took it off because I feel like it didn't match that well. Oh yeah, what was one of my 30 goals? One of my 30 goals, or 2026 goals, is to kind of dress a little bit more girly. Like, I feel like deep down I'm a girly girl. But I feel like since I travel all the time and I'm always solo traveling, I dress for comfort. But I feel like 2026 or 30 for me, whatever, is just, I don't know, I just want to be like a little bit more girly. Like I want to wear more pink. I want to wear more dresses and stuff like that. So I've been moving towards that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Although I still like my cozy sweaters and baggy jeans. I'm going to West Africa. Well, actually, I'm going all over, but I'm starting in West Africa. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Starting in West Africa, but I will be going throughout the whole continent of Africa. That's what I'm doing. Oh, my girl, I'm waiting for my girl. In one of my other live streams, my girl Corinne asked me about this, and so I bought it, but I'm waiting for her to show up in the live stream so I can show it to her. Corinne, if you're in the live stream, I'm waiting for you so I can show you that you asked me to buy this and I bought it just for you. So in my other live stream, one of my subscribers, Corinne, she asked me, she said, in Japan, they sell water that's supposed to curb your appetite and make you not hungry, which I'm not into that kind of stuff, by the way. I'm very much not into these like weight loss hacks. But she asked me, I just dropped it. She asked me to buy it so I could see if it worked, and I bought it, but I'm not going to try it until she's up in here. So yeah, this is new water that just came out in Japan. It's just water, by the way. There's nothing in the water. But they changed the mineral content of the water. So it's supposed to make you full. So it's supposed to like help people who are trying to lose weight. I only bought this because my girl asked me to buy it for her. So I'm not even going to drink it until I see her in the chat. So I don't know if she's going to show up today, but how old do you have to be to go live? How old do you have to be to go live? I think however old you have to be to have a YouTube account, which is what, 16 or something? Are you planning to come to North Africa and Morocco? Darling, I have been to Morocco many, 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 many times. You need a whole case? Stop it. Stop. No, listen. These kind of things I get skeptical about, you know, but Exalted Love is her username. She asked me about this. But apparently it's made from some high quality Japanese technology where they just change the mineral content. There's no chemicals in here, and it's supposed to make you not hungry. So I have yet to try it. I'm just gonna wait for her to see if I saw her in the chat. Pizza party, happy birthday party, dance party. Are you okay, JD? Is everything going on? Is everything okay on there? Over there on the other side of the screen? You're not having any liquids, are you? Any questionable liquids? I'm not in Africa. I'm in Asia. Thank you. It's my birthday today, so I'm home. You're currently full from glazed ham and... Really, girl? Don't talk about that right now. You're making me have FOMO. I'm just kidding. I'm happy for you guys who are having the home-cooked meals. I went and got ramen. That's what I had for Christmas. But the ramen was delicious. I'm not complaining. I had Ichiran. Ichiran is one of the extremely popular ramen chains here. Okay. I'm not trying to come to America. No. No. I'm trying to finish visiting every country in the world. Yeah, I'm fundraising today, guys, for my mission of completing all countries. Today's my birthday. I turned 30 today. And so yeah, if you guys want to send your girl a birthday gift, donation method is Cash App. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. What do you look like? What's your vibe? What's your vibe? Happy birthday. I'm just kidding, by the way. Please, 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 please. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't date anymore. That was something I left in my 20s. Yeah, no, that is... Well, actually, I never dated. I've only ever liked people and then, you know, you text and, you know, get to know each other as friends. But I've never dated. I've never gone on a date. Don't want to go on a date. I'm not dating. I'm not looking. No, thank you. Friends, yes, you know, all up for that. But the dating thing, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. That is done and over with. That period in time. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. You're scaring me. I'm going... Okay, I'm scared, so I'm going to go ahead and block. Okay, my date is... Wait, I just blocked the wrong person. I am so sorry. I meant to go here. Okay. Okay. So, I am going to share with you guys. I'm simultaneously fundraising today. So, if anyone wants to send me a birthday gift, we are trying to fundraise to help me with this every country mission. I don't know if you can see that. You see the whiteboard? So yeah, I am fundraising today for my mission. It helps so much. And then I'm going to talk about at the same time, I'm going to talk about, I did a proverb study that I want to share with you guys. So if you've never studied the book of Proverbs, Proverbs does not make, okay, let's put it this way. It is a humbling book, okay? When Solomon was writing the book of Proverbs, Solomon wrote it. He is the son of David. So God called him the wisest man to ever live. He was blessed with wisdom. So if you've never read it's literally also can be called the wisdom book. This book will humble any human being. It will humble you down to your deepest core. It doesn't really have a theme. This book doesn't have like necessarily a theme. It's just like, how do I describe it? It's like bullet notes of things you should and shouldn't do in your life. And man, like, it doesn't even give you a break. It's just boom, 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 like all this life advice. So, man, I read it I read the book of Proverbs like once every 6 months because even though I've read it several times, it's still extremely humbling. And so I just want to talk to you guys about the stuff I was reading today, because it's good wisdom for 2026. It's good wisdom for life in general. So the book is too long to go through the whole thing, so I'm just doing the footnotes, you know, a little bit of a footnotes type of deal. If you have time, I would say get yourself a highlighter, get a Bible, and read through the book of Proverbs. It might take you several hours, but oh my gosh, this book is just crazy. So one thing I read all the time is, especially if I'm having like a breakdown, is the first chapter. You copied Proverbs when you were 19 or 20. Yeah, I needed this book way before I started reading it. I should have started reading it earlier. It would have helped me. So, okay, if you donate, I'm going to shout you out and thank you. And I'm going to take breaks to do that, and then I'm going to read at the same time. So that's what we're going to do. One thing I read all the time, I have to read this like once a week, is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, which is, trust in the Lord with all of your heart, and do not depend on your own understanding. Seek God in all you do, and he will direct your path. And I feel like, I don't know why it's so hard for the human race to do this, but we do it the opposite way. We try to direct our own path and fight with life so hard to make everything we want happen, when God's like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to sit here and try to make your life happen. God will make your life happen. You don't have to finesse everything and try to figure out how you're gonna make everything you want in life happen. You can literally just ask God. He'll take care of it, as long as you trust in him. You keep him first in your life. You won't even have to worry about trying to make all this crazy stuff happen. And that can't be more true, you know? Like, when I look back at my own life, it's hard to even fathom my life. It's very hard to wrap my head around my life. And I feel like my life flowed most when I wasn't trying so hard. There were times I was trying so hard to make everything happen. It almost makes it worse, you know? Let God make your life happen. It's way better. He has a way, 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 way better plan anyways than anything you could ever come up with. So, and it goes on to say in verse 7 that you shouldn't be impressed with your own wisdom. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 7 says, don't be impressed with your own wisdom. Meaning, don't ever feel like you know everything. Ever. You know nothing. If you think that's one thing I said, that the reason I love to skydive. I love skydiving because it reminds you how tiny you are. When you're falling out of an airplane and your body is falling like 150 miles an hour towards the earth, you feel this small. You feel this small when you're jumping out of a plane. But for some reason, when we're here and both of our feet are on the ground, we feel so big and bad. We feel so big and bad. We feel like we know things. We feel like we understand people. I know her, she's this. I know him, he's that. What do you know? You don't know nothing. And that's what the whole book of Proverbs is trying to get through to us, that we don't know jack. We swear we do, though. We swear we know something. And that's why I always say that I love flying in airplanes. I love flying in airplanes. And I love jumping out of them. I'm a professional skydiver. And you don't even have to jump out of an airplane to feel small. You can just be sitting in one. Go sit in an airplane 30,000 feet above the earth and look down and you realize how tiny that house is, how tiny that car is that you spend so much time thinking about, how tiny that little phone is that controls your day, how tiny everything is. We're little who people. We're this big. But we just feel giant for some reason, and we feel so wise. And I don't know where we get it from, because we're not, unfortunately. But we can become wiser. But to think that we could ever understand the world or understand life, or especially understand other people and situations, we can't. And I think social media has ruined that. Social media makes us feel like we can look at somebody through a screen and we get them, or we know them, or we can understand things, even things about different parts of the world. I think that's why I share my travels. One of the many reasons I share my travels is to show people that what they show you on the news is never accurate. It's an agenda. They want to show you what they want to show you so they can spin a certain story and then make you feel a certain way about something that could never be spun that way, you know? And like I said before, like, language was made for us to communicate. It wasn't made for us to completely understand things. You can never understand something in totality just from language. Language was never made for complete understanding. Language was made for communication. So I cannot sit here and talk to you and explain to you what Japan is like. You'd have to go see it. You know? So the Earth is like an ant compared to the universe. Seriously. We are crumbs in the galaxy with big egos. No, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. We're this, like, if you had any idea how tiny you were, like, everything here is bigger than us. Not everything, but a lot of things is way bigger than us. You know, there are trees that have been, here for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. You know, it's just like the human race is just so quick, and we're so tiny, yet we feel big and we feel very smart. I would be the worst flight attendant. I don't like listening to where people tell me to go. I want to go wherever I want to go. And I feel like I'm not very, I would not make a good flight attendant. I'm introverted. Ironically, I'm introverted. I really am, though. So anyways, that is what is trying to be explained in the first chapter of Proverbs, one of my favorite books in the Bible. The book of Proverbs is first, before it starts giving any advice, it tries to get through our thick skulls that we don't know anything. We don't know anything. So, moving on. This is called the Wisdom Book, written by Solomon. King Solomon was the son of David. David, who killed Goliath. He had a son named Solomon with Bathsheba. He was born, and God called him the wisest man to ever live. He wrote the book of Ecclesiastes. He also wrote some of the book of Proverbs, and that's what we're reading right now. We're small little germ. We're this big. We're this big. We're so tiny. And we think we know everything. We think we're, look at her, look at her, look at him, boom. She's nothing, he's nothing, she's this, she's that. As if you can sum up a person in a word. You can't sum up people in words. People are life forms created by God, you know, and we can't sum up life in words. Life is, people are still trying to explain what life is, you know? It's crazy, and we think we know it, and we think we are so smart. We're not. Okay, so that's the first part of the book of Proverbs, and so it moves on. One of this, which a verse a lot of people don't like too much, but this verse has had me. This is when I first started to like ask God really deep questions. Chapter 11, we're still in chapter 3. Verse 11 says, Don't reject the Lord's discipline, and don't be upset when he corrects you. For God corrects the people he loves. What? I had to read that like 100 times. Don't reject God's discipline. Don't be upset when he corrects you. Because God corrects those he loves. What? Like, think about that for a second. Is God saying that he doesn't love everybody? For the Lord corrects those he loves, just as a father corrects a child in whom he delights. Meaning, if God cares for you, he's going to discipline you. Being disciplined by God is a good thing. Not everybody gets disciplined by God. I guess it means when God really cares about you, he disciplines you. He's not going to let you get away with anything. And that's a prayer that I said that I prayed years ago. Oh my gosh, do not pray this unless you mean it. I can give you a prayer, you can pray if you want, but beware. You can pray this to God. God, do not let me get away with anything. But be prepared, because he's going to take you seriously. And he's going to start. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it does not feel good. But if God isn't on you, maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's a sign. If God is on you, maybe it's a sign where he don't let you get away with nothing, because he loves you. And he doesn't want you to be a mess. You know? So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out, if God loves everybody, because several times in the Bible it says when God loves you, if God loves you, if God loves you. And I'm just like, that means not everybody? I don't know. I'm a human. Remember, I'm a human. I don't know everything. Okay. Just saying. It says in the first part of the Bible that don't reject God's discipline. Don't be upset when he corrects you, for God corrects those he loves. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, some deep thoughts. So that's how the wisdom book starts off. And so moving to verse 35, it talks about, oh my goodness. Okay, so the wisdom book starts. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Today's my birthday, so thank you so much. Yeah, he draws near to those who draw near to him. Yes. Okay. It talks about mocking people. God hates people who hate people. One thing, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 11 says, God curses the house of the hatred. He curses people who hate people. One thing God hates is people who hate people. He doesn't want us to hate people. He doesn't want us to be mad. He doesn't want us to despise each other. That's one of the quickest ways I think we can truncate our lives, is to hate people. When you read the Bible, it reads you facts. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. So, that's why I said this book is no joke. The book of Proverbs will slap you upside the head. Okay? But it says God curses the house of the hatred. He cannot stand when people hate people. And it says the Lord mocks the mockers. If you mock people, God will mock you. But he gives grace to the humble. The merciful receive mercy. This verse got me several times. The merciful will receive mercy. What does that mean? People who give mercy get mercy. You want mercy? Give mercy. You ever meet somebody who just like doesn't let anybody get away with anything? It's like somebody steps on the back of your shoe. You got to give them a piece of your mind. Somebody cuts you off on the road while you're driving. You got to give them a piece of your mind. You idiot! Somebody doesn't look at you the right way. Who are you looking at? Somebody, I don't know, messes up your order at a coffee shop and you got to drag them through the mud. I didn't order this. Or I don't know. One day I was at Sephora and this girl was buying so much makeup. Like she probably had $500, $600, $700 worth of makeup. She bought so much. And I think the lady like rung her up wrong. I think she like double charged her for something, but the girl had a lot in her basket. And so she was right next to me. And she's looking at the receipt and she goes, "You rung me up twice for something." And she goes, "I'm so sorry." Like you could see the cashier was so sorry. She goes, "You had so many things. I'm so sorry. We're going to take it off right now." So she grabs, the receipt and she's trying to like reverse her mistake. The girl loses her marbles. She literally was, we all thought she was going to jump over the counter and attack the cashier lady. And I was embarrassed. I was incredibly embarrassed. It was crazy to see somebody so angry like that. The girl really did make a mistake and charged her twice for something, but the lady was ready to reverse it and fix her mistake, right there. And the girl really did have a lot of things. And that was the day that when I witnessed that, because I was never like that, but I used to be very, I used to be a little bit short with people, I think, like had a very I had a very low tolerance policy. That's the word I'm looking for. I didn't like when people crossed me and any little thing and I would be ready to jump on. I was never aggressive like that though, but when I saw that, I literally prayed to God and I was like, first of all, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much, Trina. I want to be merciful. I want mercy, so I want to give mercy. It's that simple. I want to be somebody who takes it easy, and it doesn't have such a short temper with people. Hi. Yes, it is my Cash App posted. I am fundraising today for my mission, my travels of visiting all the countries, and today's my birthday, so my Cash App is pinned for anybody who wants to send me a birthday gift. Yeah, Journey to E, and thanks for asking. Thanks for showing up. And yeah, if anyone wants to send a birthday gift, it would be so appreciated. It helps so much with my travels, so thank you. Happy Born Day. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys, for the birthday wishes. So yeah, I was doing a proverb study because I feel like I need to do one every 6 months, or maybe more often than that, because every time I read this book, it reads me. So if you've never read Proverbs, it's just a list of rules for life. So, and it tells you things that God hates, things that God loves. So God hates mockers. He gives mercy to the merciful. So if you want mercy, you got to give it. If you're very short with people, God will keep the same energy with you. And I do not want that. Oh boy. So if you're looking for more mercy in your life, I know I always am. I try so hard to give it, giving people the benefit of the doubt. Boom. Okay, so right. Okay, so that was the third point. 35. That was Proverbs 3:35. Moving on to Proverbs chapter 4. This is a really, really hopeful verse. It says, The way of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, which shines even brighter and brighter until the full light of day, which is, to me, such a beautiful verse. It's like, if you follow Jesus, if you follow God, your life is just going to keep getting better and 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 better, which is just amazing. Like, what can be better than that? You follow Jesus and he just ices out your life every day, which is just the best thing that could ever happen. We don't have to sit and plot and try to figure out how we're going to get everything that we want in life, you know? Which is the best thing we could do with our time. But it's only for people who keep their eyes on Jesus. 23 says, this is one of my life verses. Guard your heart above all else. It determines the course of your life. And this is why I feel like it's so important to pay attention to your lifestyle and everything that you do. Hi, Journey. Because honestly, like the verse says, guarding your heart is extremely important. Everything you do comes from your heart. Everything you do starts in your heart. So if you're not guarding your heart, that's a direct result. You ever see somebody get involved romantically with the wrong person? Yes, it's my Cash App, Journey. Journey to E. It's my Cash App pinned. Maryjane Byram on Cash App. What's this? So far, James has donated in the live stream. Shout out to James, our sole donator today in a live. If you want to give your girl a birthday gift, birthday gift, Cash App is pinned. $30 on my 30th birthday is what everybody has been doing, so. Or not everybody, but James so far has been doing. Yeah, thank you. I am fundraising for my Every Country mission, so it all helps so much. Just is here. Yeah, I don't know. I think we can hit a goal like this. I think we can do it. I'm trying to raise 10K before the year's over. Or even if, I don't know, I think we could do it this weekend. That's what, 100, 200 people giving $30? I think it's doable. Huh? What? I'm not understanding. I'm not tracking with the verses. So, moving on. We're talking Proverbs. One of the next. Yeah, we already said the way of the righteous grows brighter and brighter. Grows brighter and brighter and brighter. For 23 says, right, that's what I said. Okay, right. Guarding your heart. I don't think a lot of people try. Hi! I don't think a lot of people care to or even think about guarding their heart. Not your physical heart, but the heart meaning the core of you, the core of everything you do, why you do it, how you do it, is your heart. What you care about and how you live your life, right? And so it says to guard your heart. because everything you do flows from it. And that's why sometimes, I mean, some people just have no, I'm not trying to be mean, but thank you so much, Rick. Thank you for the birthday wishes and the Merry Christmas wishes. Thank you. Some people have no selection process with who they choose to be in their life, which is wild. Because you're giving, especially somebody that you choose to sleep with and somebody you want to date or whatever, you're giving that person direct access to your heart. That is dangerous business. There's so many people that get taken down because somebody hurt them that they loved. And why is that? Why? Because your heart kind of is your fuel to life. And if somebody comes and steals all the fuel, you're cooked. You got to guard that thing. And that's why I always say, stop sleeping with people. It is a dangerous, dangerous choice to get in bed with somebody. And for some reason, so many people think it's not a big deal. Like it's just, some people think it's just a transactional experience. It absolutely is not transactional in the way that some people think it is. It's not just something, a feel-good thing. You're giving somebody the most intimate parts of you. All for what? And to think they think it's fun. It ain't gonna be fun for long when that person feels like they don't really want to be in your life or whatever, or they hurt you, or they start liking somebody else. That's not gonna be fun. Or when, I don't know, you get attached to this person. You know what I'm saying? It attaches you to somebody and it's meant to bond people in a deep way for life. That's what it was made for. So you got to be so careful with that thing. You're giving somebody direct access to the most intimate parts of you, which is something that should be taken very seriously. And I think it should be saved for marriage. I think that is wise. It is very wise. You're playing with fire. In any other circumstance, you're playing with absolute fire. And I 100% believe in soul ties. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. Okay, you keep talking about precepts. No, we're not talking about that in this live stream at all. We're not talking about that in this live stream. We're not talking about that in this live stream. We're not talking about, I know where you're going with this. I'm going to block you from my live stream. I know where you're going. This has nothing to do with this live. And I don't agree with you at all. I think God loves everybody. Well, I think Jesus died for everybody who wants him. So, God loves those who love him. God's here for those who are here for him. It doesn't matter what ethnicity you're born into. Does not matter. So, please stop commenting in my life. This Hebrew Israelite stuff. So anyways, okay, what were we talking about? We're talking about the book of Proverbs. Why? We're talking about Proverbs because it's just wisdom. And who doesn't want to be wise, especially going into 2026, where life is getting crazier and crazier. And if we're walking around without trying to, get ahead of life, we're going to be cooked. We're not going to be in a very good place. If you haven't looked around, we're living in a crazy world. So that's why I'm reading Proverbs. I was doing the Bible study myself and I wanted to share it with you guys. Okay, moving on. Guarding your heart is very important. It's your relationships Guarding your heart means your relationships, paying attention to who you let in your life, who gets access to you is very important. Guarding your heart also means what you listen to, what you watch, what you let in. Your eyes are gates, what you watch, who you listen to. So yeah. Moving on to, this is one of my favorite verses in the whole world. I have to read this to myself like every day. You need to learn this. See ya! And what you let out. Yeah, but and what you let out, but you're right. What I dare say what comes out is what's in. You know what I'm saying? Like what comes out of us is what's already in us. So we need to pay attention what we're putting in. One of my favorite verses in the whole Bible is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 25. Look straight ahead. Fix your eyes on what lies before you. Stop dwelling on the past. Mark out a straight path for your feet and stay safe on that path. Stop getting sidetracked. Keep your feet from following evil. This is one of my favorite verses in the whole Bible. How many of us are stuck on what happened yesterday, the day before, or last week, or last year, or 6 months ago, or 5 years? Like, it's gone. It's done. Yesterday is history. It's literally gone. It's over. Last week is over. Last month is over. And 2025 is about to be over. You can waste so much of your time thinking about the past. It's done. I don't know who needs to hear this up in here today, but it's over. And the Bible says it so many times. It also says this in Philippians. Like, you got to keep forgetting yesterday as if it never happened. It's gone. It's gone. It's over. So, if you can focus more on this way, your future, that is going to be where you're going to find everything you're looking for. You're not going to find anything back there. It's done. Get over it. Move on. You know what I'm saying? There's someone I wish you could meet. You're a fire starter just like her. Proverbs 4 was highlighted for her too. Proverbs 4 is crazy. You have to. You cannot have a good life, honestly, if you're not focused this way. What are you doing? Even if you're looking in the past in a good way. Like, thank you so much for the birthday wishes, guys. Yes, it's my birthday today. It's done. Even if you're looking at the past as if they were good old days, get over them. The good old days, you have more good old days if you just focus on the future and stop looking at the past. Or even if you're looking in the past with dread. I wish this didn't happen. I wish I didn't do this. I wish I didn't do that. Get over it. You did it. It's done. Or somebody else did it to you. It's done. Get over it. You can't change the past. Are there pandas in your book? Yes. I put some panda stickers next to the verses I really like. I journal in my Bible, so yes, I put pandas. Well, I put all different kinds of stuff in my Bible. So anyways, it's over. I don't know if you need to hear this, but the past is done, sweetie. Last week, it's never coming back. It's sealed and it's evaporated. It doesn't even exist in time and space anymore. It's gone. What happened? Where did last week go? Gone. So let it go. Okay. But you can learn from it. You can learn from it for sure. You can say, okay, in the past I did this. Let me do this. Like, but don't look at the past with no, or upset about something you did or something somebody did to you. You keep asking about my boyfriend, and I'm so confused. Like, who are you? You've asked so many times. We're not talking about my boyfriend. We're talking about God's word. You keep asking about what your boyfriend, your boyfriend, your boyfriend. I want to know what you want to know so badly. Why are you so interested in my boyfriend and my love life? We're talking about the word of God. My boyfriend is not it's not gonna do anything for what I'm trying to talk about today. You're a longtime fan. I appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around. I really do. I'm really appreciative. I feel like we're talking about some really powerful stuff right now. My boyfriend is not some really powerful stuff. The past is history, and now is the time. Everything and everyone life's being recorded by our guardian angels. The past is history, now is the time. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like there's no possible way to do two things at once. Like, you can't drive in that direction and this direction at the same time. You have to pick something. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick. What are we focusing on here? And so that's the thing about the past that makes it so stupid of a thing to focus on. Why would you focus on something that's done? You know? It can't help you anymore. It can't help you anymore. So, get over it. Okay. Okay. This verse is not going to, so we're reading from the book of Proverbs. There's a whole chapter about lazy people, which is crazy. Laziness is very much condemned in the Bible. So I'm just going to read the chapter about laziness and then we're going to move on. It's not good to be lazy. It says in Proverbs chapter 6, take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones. This is in the Bible. Clock it. Listen. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 11. Take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones. Learn from their ways and become wise. Though they have no prince and no master, no governor or no ruler to make them work, they labor hard all summer, gathering food for the winter. But you, lazy bones, how long will you lay there and sleep? When will you wake up? All that extra sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands. Then poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. Sacredity will be your best friend, and it will attack you like an armed robber. Let's read that again. Take a lesson from the ants. You know ants? You see ants, like, they're always doing something. You know what I'm saying? Take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones. Learn from their ways and become wise. Though they have no prince, no king, no ruler to make them work, all they do is labor all summer, getting their food for the winter. But you, lazy bones, how long will you sleep? When will you get up from your rest? A little extra sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands, and poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. Sacredity will be your best friend and will attack like an armed robber. So what does that mean? Even ants don't need anybody to tell them to get up and go to work. They hustle. They're not lazy, even though it's an ant. So think of a human being, you know? Some of us can be so lazy sometimes, you know? All we want is comfort. All we want to do is stay in our PJs. All we want to do is lay in bed and eat, you know? And we got to get up with the movers and shakers like the ants. We got to go. We don't have time to be laying in bed all day. We have to get up and do, we have to get up and do stuff. I mean, one day of rest, I think, is good. Maybe there's Saturday is your day of rest, Sunday is your day of rest, maybe, where you do nothing. I think that's a very good thing. But the rest of the days, let's get up. You know what I'm saying? I always say one of the most unattractive things for me, I'm not trying to get on men. I love men. But in my opinion, like, one of the most unattractive things in a man is like a man who like is always in bed, sleeps till like 1 p.m. plays video games all the time. That is the most unattractive thing on planet Earth. I am so sorry. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Yeah, laziness is not attractive. It is so unattractive. Ugh. Especially, I think, well, no. I think across the board it's unattractive. But especially if there's any young men, any men in general looking for a woman. I'm trying to say this in the most nice way possible. Laziness is the most unattractive thing on planet Earth. It is so unattractive. It's not even funny. It's disgusting. We were meant for effort. We were designed for effort. We were supposed to give it. And anything is on the other side of effort. Anything is on the other side of effort. So take one day and rest. Saturday, do nothing. Lay in bed. Have some, I don't know, cozy food. Have your comfiest clothes on. Take it easy. And then get back to work Monday or Sunday through Friday or whatever your schedule is. Everybody has a different schedule, but you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's in the Bible. Okay. Moving on. We're talking Proverbs. We are talking wisdom. What time is it? Hold on. Your hair is... Thank you! Ezra donated, or it's a birthday gift. Thank you so much, Ezra, for the birthday gift. Ezra donate. By the way, that is like the most beautiful name. Thank you so much, Ezra. Ezra gave a birthday gift of $30. Ezra is such a pretty name. I'm updating our little board here. I want to raise 1K in this live stream. So if 30 people gave $30, we'd hit it. So I'm going to say Ezra is person number 2 in this live stream. Ezra is the second person in this live stream to donate $30. So if 28 more people donate $30, we will raise the 1K that I was aiming for to raise in this live stream toward everything. So yeah, thanks, Ezra. If 28 more people gave $30, we'd hit it. If you want to give your girl a birthday gift, today is my birthday. I turned 30. Oh, I have a, what is it? What is this called? Let's do one of these. We're gonna do one of these for Ezra. This scares me, so give it a second. Okay, wait. Okay, I get scared. This birthday horn is for Ezra. Wait. It's smoking! Did you guys see that? The little confetti is all over the room now. You can't even see it. Yay, Ezra! Thank you for the donation. It's my birthday. Today is my 30th birthday. 30 is the year. 2026 is the year I'm finishing visiting every country in the world. There you go. Thank you. And your name is so beautiful. Yes, it's my birthday today. Thank you so much, guys. If you want to give your girl a birthday gift, $30 seems to be the magic number because I turned 30 today. So if you want to, the donation method is Cash App, which is pinned here in the comments. Maryjane Diamond Cash App. Yeah, we're going to set off these firecrackers when people donate. So thank you so much. There's like confetti all over my room now, and that's perfectly okay. Okay. Where were we, guys? Okay. We're talking about laziness. We're going to move on quickly. That's a tough cheese subject. I enjoyed my day very much. I spent Christmas alone, my birthday alone, but you know what? We had a great time. I went and got some ramen noodles, and I'm in, where am I? I'm in Kyoto, Japan, and the vibes are very good. I had, what else did I have? Oh, I had matcha ice cream. It was amazing. And I watched The Grinch twice, and I watched Home Alone twice. Those are my favorite Christmas movies. Elf is also my favorite Christmas movie, but I can't find it. Like I can't figure out how to watch it, so unfortunately. Okay, moving on. Hold on, I'm trying to. We're reading Proverbs today because it's the end of the year, and we need to be wise. You know, we need to. Okay. Of course, I'm jumping around here. I'm not reading verse for verse, but so if you read the book of Proverbs, it's literally just like bullet points, all this stuff. How to be smart, how to be smart, how to be smart in life. Good, like just very much. It's not like a cohesive book. It's like somebody writing down. It's like somebody writing down all the good advice they know. It's not like cohesive, so that's why it might seem like jumping around. It is a little bit jumping around. So it's like a wise person trying to give humans life advice. That's literally what it is. It's written by Solomon. So laughter can conceal a heavy heart. I love that one. If you are having a heavy day, that's why I think people who are funny are literally a blessing to the world. Honestly, people who are funny, that's a blessing straight from God. Like, straight from God. Because you literally bring joy to people, which can be life-saving. Funny people are awesome. I love funny people. Who doesn't want to laugh? So anyways, laughter can conceal a heavy heart. If you haven't laughed in a while, find something to go, I don't know, make some funny friends, watch something funny. But laughter is good, so. Not evil laughter, wholesome laughter. Okay. Oh boy. There's some stuff I don't even feel comfortable saying on here. Oh my gosh, you gotta read this book for yourself. Whoa, there's some stuff I'm just like, do I have to say that? I'm not saying that. Okay. One of my favorite verses of all time. I read this all the time when I'm feeling. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, guys, or the happy holiday wishes. Thank you. It's my birthday today, so I appreciate and happy holidays to you too. One of my favorite verses ever is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 29, which says, those who fear the Lord are secure. I love that. I love that verse. Oh my goodness. Meaning, you love God, you don't have to worry about nothing. He's going to take care of you. You don't have to worry about people. You don't have to worry about events. You don't have to worry about sudden death and all these different things. You're fine. Fear God, he'll take care of you. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 29 says, people with understanding, aka wise people, control their anger. Wise people control their anger. Let that sink in for a second. Wise people control their anger. A hot-tempered person is great in foolishness. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. Did you guys see that? These are fake glasses, by the way. Hold on. I feel like I need these. Okay, hold on. I need to see if I'm reading this correctly. Wise people control their anger. Yeah, I read it right. Did anybody else see that? I didn't make that up. Hot-tempered people are great in foolishness. It means if you get angry easily, you're hot-tempered, you're stupid. Uh-oh. Wise people control their anger. Hey, since we're talking about attractive things, right? A very attractive thing, in my opinion, is somebody who is, you can't upset them. They're very, they're calm. They don't, get upset. They don't get angry easily. That is a very attractive thing. It is a very attractive trait. Okay. Boom. So, a hot-tempered person is great in foolishness. People keep talking about macaroni and cheese and ham. Why are you doing this to me? You're back earlier. The ham was great and mac and cheese. You guys trying to make me upset? I'm just kidding. I do miss home cooking a little bit. I've spent Christmas alone. So when you guys are talking about mac and cheese, I'm just kidding. I'm very happy for you. Very, 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 very happy for you. I'm so glad you had a delicious, cozy food today and time with your loved ones. It's great. Meanwhile, I'm eating some chestnuts. Hey, I'm having delicious food too. I really am. I had ramen earlier and I'm having chestnuts. Sorry, a little dry. Hi, Shannon, you're new. Hi. I'm drier than I remember. Okay. How am I going to travel and still run a business? My mother runs my business. My mother helps me with, I have never done the shipping for my website. That's how. Any other questions? My mom and my aunt run Angel Hair, meaning they help me ship and with product packaging and shipping. All right, you guys. So, hey, no cursing. Guys, please don't come in my live stream and curse. Don't drop curse words in my live stream because YouTube is going to flag my live stream. Please do not curse. And when you curse, YouTube will flag your content. Don't drop curse words, please. There's no need. You can say everything you want to say without a curse word. Don't want to get my live stream flagged. Okay. So, yes, the kids are now. Stranger Things is on. Oh. Now we're talking. Okay, so. Where were we here? I feel like the glasses added something here. These are fake. Well, they're not fake. They're blue light blocking glasses. Okay, so a peaceful heart leads to a healthy body. Jealousy is like cancer in the bones. Hi from Serbia. A peaceful heart leads to a healthy body. That's what Dick Van Dyke said. So Dick Van Dyke, I don't know if you guys know him. He's like a super world-renowned actor. And he just turned 100 years old. And he said, I've been reading his book. And he said that, I'm in Proverbs chapter 14. Dick Van Dyke just turned 100 years old. And he looks great. He hasn't lost his mind. He hasn't... he can walk, he can run, he takes care of himself, he doesn't live in a nursing home, he's perfectly fine. And he said that the reason he has aged to 100 years old is because he's a very peaceful man. He doesn't get jealous, he doesn't get obsessed over things. Obsession will age you. It'll take all your peace. Obsession is a very bad thing. Obsession in either direction. It'll drain the collagen out of you. It really will. You'll look old and you'll feel it, and you'll age not gracefully. Being angry, going after people, and being extremely over. My grandpa's one of those people. My grandpa is so obsessed with politics. Oh my gosh, he is so invested in all the politics stuff. And all it does is stress him out. That's all it does. And I'm like, I know it's a common thing, but one thing I just don't get is why people willfully sign up to get angry at people you don't even know. That never ever ceases to amaze me. How many people love being angry? There's certain people they want to go on the internet and find somebody to hate. That's going to age you. That is going to kill you. Yeah, stress kills. No, 100% it does. Stress takes everything out of you. And I can understand if you have a stressful, circumstances in your family or stressful circumstances in your private life. But there are people who sign up to be mad at people that they do not know. What? You signing up to be mad at an influencer or somebody on the internet or somebody you don't like. This person sucks. So you're taking on a stranger, and so what you're doing is you're literally saying, yes, I'm going to take on this person I don't know at all. I'm going to let them stress me out in my life. And instead I could be, focusing on my own life, my own things, my own problems, my own real life. No, I'm going to sign up to hate this person because I just don't like them, even though I don't know them from a can of paint. That's wild. It never ceases to amaze me, about the internet. That is so much of the internet. People loving to hate people. People loving to dislike people. I will never understand it. There is nobody that has my attention like that. And I'm so thankful. There's nobody that I don't know that I care what the heck they're doing. I've got my own problems. I got my own stuff. I'm trying to figure out my own relationships. I'm trying to keep my relationship going with my siblings and my mom and my loved ones. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? But me signing up for this person out in the world that I don't know, I feel like they're bored. Too much wasted energy. It is 100% wasted energy. You're 59, but you told you look 45. I believe it. I can tell. You're very positive and upbeat, and I can see why people say you look 45. Yeah, they hide behind usernames and they think they're so big and bad. They think somebody's scared of them. Nobody's scared of somebody behind a keyboard. You suck. I'm behind a keyboard all the way on the other side of the planet, but I'm going to sign up. I'm going to take the time out of my day to hate you. Okay? And you're really helping the person. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. You're a sweet. Oh, thank you so much, Sophia. You seem so sweet and kind. Thank you so much for dropping in and being an angel. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a relaxing closing to the year. But anyways, even if it's not social media, even if it's somebody in your real physical life, signing up to hate them is stupid. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, guys. Yeah, I know this is absolutely an in-person thing too, but at least in person, it makes a little bit more sense, even though it's still bad in person, I have a friend and she hates her husband. Like, she hates him. And so she's always emailing me about it. And I feel for her because she's married, and I can't imagine. Thank you so much, Ebony. Thank you guys so much. I can't imagine, trying to work through conflict in real life, but that's why I kind of just mean, like, why would you sign up for more of it that you don't necessarily need when you probably already maybe dealing with that in real life? Because we all do deal with it in real life. People who rub us the wrong way, people that it's not so easy for us to get along with, these kind of things, But at least, and for me, I feel like it's a full-time job. Staying in good standing with people feels like a good full-time job for me, Like making sure your relationships are intact or in a good place, to me feels like a full-time job, for real. I'm not even gonna lie. Just me maintaining relationships with my siblings, me maintaining a good relationship with very close family, and me maintaining a good relationship with my friends feels like it takes a lot out of me. In a good way, though. It takes a lot out of me in a very good way. But it does definitely take a lot of effort, When you're talking to somebody and then they say something a little weird, you're like, wait, what did you mean by that? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always, like, to me, it never ceases to amaze me how relationships need constant work. Like, you have to pick and choose your battles. You're totally right. But it still never ceases to amaze me how relationships need constant work. You can't just have a relationship with somebody and then it's just good for eternity. It takes work because people upset you, people make you angry, people do things and you're like, and then you have to deem which relationships are worth it, but it still takes a lot of energy. Oh my gosh. It's a constant everyday thing. You have to keep getting up every day and you got to keep choosing to having a good relationship with somebody. That takes a lot, guys. I mean, I don't know if anyone else agrees, but it just takes work. And so I definitely don't want to sign up for unnecessary battles. I don't want to unnecessarily be angry at people I don't know, especially people that I will never meet and they're not in my life. So I don't choose to be mad at celebrities or influencers or political figures. What is me being mad at you going to do? I'm trying to run my own physical life. I don't know you, and you probably got a ton of things going on. I have a ton of things going on. Can we just... So anyways, try not to get take on more battles than you need, take on more anger than you need. It ages you. So, how do you still have baby hairs? What do you mean how I still have baby hairs? What do you mean? Too many people have normalized relationships as transactional. You mean in real life? Too many people have normalized relationships as transactional. Okay, I agree. They're not fully committed. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. I definitely... Yeah. There might be an element to relationships. There might be an element to relationships where you're doing things for each other. Like, but not only. You know what I'm saying? I definitely... Because you're going to go through something in life where you need help, right? So if you're going through something in life where you need help, who else do you call on other than your relationships, right? It should be that way. Like, the people you're in, it shouldn't only be that way. But like, because life is hard, you're going to... Because life is hard, you're going to go through things in life that are hard. And then you're going to need help, whatever that means, Maybe you need somebody to maybe you're going to need somebody to speak on your behalf for a job position, or maybe you're going to need to stay with somebody for a little bit. you're going through a tough time, or maybe you need help raising your kids. Whatever it is, life is hard. We need help, right? So that's part of the reason we have relationships, is like, that's supposed to be your life partners, your help. They're supposed to be there for you when times are hard. But it's not only supposed to be like, oh, I have this person so they can help me. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that so many people only think of relationships that way. Like, this person is only here to help me get what I want. Now that is bad. But like, say for example, let's say you're dating somebody, you're in a relationship with somebody you're dating, they should be doing things for you, because they're supposed to be proving vice versa, both ways. Like, I actually care about you and I'm here for you. I'm not just here for nothing. I'm here to be a part of your life, right? But it's supposed to go both ways. It's not supposed to be one side. So anyways, true. However, it should be relationships that have already been nurtured. Totally. 100%. 100%. But yeah, I definitely do feel that way. There have been times where I doubt if somebody actually cares about me in a deep way, because when I need help, or if I'm going through something, I'm like, would this person help me if I needed help? I feel like maybe it's the test, or it's the physical, it's the physical representation of somebody caring for you, but it's not the only way. So yeah, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. It's my birthday. Thank you for the edges. The edges are, thank you for the edge comment. The edge compliment. But totally, I agree. I see both sides. I think relationships should not be just transactional, but I also think relationships, if not somebody who's going to help you in life, who is? It's not going to be strangers. It can be, but sometimes it's not when you're going through something, you know? If I have kids, and which I do want kids, and I need help, I would love if I had friends that were like, I'd love to watch your kids, or do you need a day off? Or, you know, it shows somebody cares about you when they do things for you, but not just only doing things for you. Moving on. This is one of my favorite verses. Good night. You work at 5 a.m. Have a very good night and a good day at work. See you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. I love Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1. A gentle answer deflects anger. Why is this one of the most profound life hacks on planet Earth? A gentle answer deflects anger. Why is that one of the most profound life hack verses in the entire Bible? A harsh words make tempers inflate like gas on flames. That is so true. Like gas on flames, harsh words inflate temper. Meaning, everybody has the power to stop fire, right? Like, fire, okay, the real fire that exists, everybody knows what not to do when you see a fire. When you see a fire, you're not supposed to fan it. You're not supposed to throw gas on it. You're supposed to pour water on it, or find a way to stop the oxygen. Like, cut off the oxygen supply to the fire, and the fire goes away. Everybody knows not to fan a flame. Yet we do it all the time. We do it all the time. When somebody says something to us, or if there's a situation and you can see temperatures are rising, somebody's getting angry, either at you or somebody else, or just, you can see when anger is coming. So many of us, we throw gas on the fire when we could easily deflate it, but we don't want to because our egos are too big. The verse is one of your favorite. It should be required standard for social media platforms. Oh my gosh. Social media would be a different place if people actually cared about that. But I have to reteach myself this all the time, that a gentle answer deflects anger. Who wants to be angry? And who wants to be on the other side of somebody's anger? Now, there are times where somebody's angry at you and you're doing nothing. There's nothing you can do about that. But 50, 60, 70% of the time, you can totally turn a situation around with humility. Like saying you're sorry. Like, for example, let's just say that you are on the road and somebody, I don't know, almost hits your car or something like that. I don't know. I'm making something up. And the person winds down their window and they're saying, "You idiot! You don't know how to drive?" Here's what the Bible says. Most times, if you apologize, the person's anger has nowhere to go. You know, "I'm so sorry. I totally didn't even see you and I apologize." Usually you've just ended the scenario. It's over. The person's done. It'll shift the whole energy. And this is 100% true, by the way, because I used to be the person when anytime anybody ever tried to get in the ring with me, I jumped in the ring with them. It's just now in the last 3 years of my life that I finally learned to take the low road. I want to take the low road. I would rather just say, nothing. That's also an option, to say nothing at all. Or, okay, there's this friend I have and we've been arguing for like 5 years. Like, we can't even have a conversation without arguing. Like, we will have a conversation for about 20 minutes and we'll get in an argument. And for some reason, we keep doing it. And so finally, one day I was like, why don't I just be nice and stop giving my opinion? Like, one reason we kept arguing is because I kept giving my opinions about her and her life. And I did it out of love and care for her. But then I was realizing something. We're always arguing. So then one day I said, Maryjane, what if you just showed your love and support for her? And then you stop trying to micromanage her and you stop trying to give her advice and then you'd stop arguing so much. Do you know, for the first time in 5 years, I have finally had a peaceful relationship with this girl I've been fighting with for 5 years. I love her, but I never understood this concept of just wanting peace more than anything. And if somebody asks me for my opinion, then I'll give it. But I would rather have peace than arguments. I don't want to argue with people anymore. I don't want it. So anyways, a gentle answer deflects wrath. Even if somebody's trying to test you. Because there's people who know how to test you. They know what buttons to push. Maybe it's somebody in your close life. But if somebody knows you, they know how to push your buttons. They know exactly what to say to make you, "Excuse me?" Don't let it. If somebody knows you really well and they know exactly where to push you to get you upset, deflect it. If somebody says, I don't know, let's say, okay, so I'm going to give you a scenario. When I was in high school, my mom, oh my gosh, this annoyed the living daylights out of me. She would always, before she even got in the house, she would come home, right? And she'd be like, "Did you clean the kitchen?" Sorry, I'm not trying to, this is my mom. Sorry, love my mother. But it was like before she even got fully in the door, my mom would start yelling at us about cleaning the house. "Clean the kitchen, clean the living room. If I go up in your room, it better be clean. Clean. Yeah, why isn't this clean? Why aren't the dishes clean?" And sometimes the dishes would be clean. She would just assume they weren't clean and she'd start yelling at us about cleaning the dishes and cleaning the kitchen and cleaning the, did you take out the trash? And it was like, oh my gosh, this made me so angry because I felt like she wouldn't even check first to see if things were clean before she started yelling at us. But I've seen a lot of memes online and I've learned that a lot of moms do this. So one thing that would get me in trouble all the time as a kid is I would come back at her. Like, I would say little smart things every time she would say that. So, for example, let's say my mom was coming home and before she even checks, wash the dishes. When I walk in here, take out the trash. What are you sitting down for? You know? And I would get so angry and I would come back at her and say something smart. I'd be like, I don't know, anything smart. Some little smart thing like, did you even check first? Or anything. And it would send her into a very angry rampage, which was understandable because she didn't want to be talked back to. She wasn't really saying things so that we could respond to her. She was saying things because she really wanted them done. And so I feel like my sister would always say to me, she would say, Maryjane, you know exactly what you're doing when you say these little smart things. You know what you're doing. And I really did know. And she's like, very easily, all you have to do is say nothing. That's all you have to say is nothing. I don't know why it was so hard for me as a child to say nothing. I always needed to add a little smart something. Even as a kid, even when I was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I had to say something smart back to my mom. And it always got me in trouble, you know? My other siblings did not do that. So they got in a lot less trouble. A lot less trouble than I did. I got in trouble all the time. I got whooped all the time. I got in trouble all the time because I always had to say something smart to my mom. And I'm just like, Maryjane, shut up. You know? And it's like sometimes I feel that way about humans. Like there's so many times where we could find ourselves in a lot less trouble if we just shut our mouths. Like we always have to, not everybody. Some people are very good at knowing not how to start trouble or knowing not how to start fires. I was the one who would like fan the fire on purpose, and it's extremely immature. It's not Sagittarius in me because apparently I'm not a Sagittarius, even though I don't really believe in that stuff. Or I don't believe in it, but my sister she's the same. She's born in the same week as me. And she is a totally different personality. My sister and I were born 8 days apart. And she's so calm. She would never, ever, ever, ever talk back to my mom. Never. But it was me. I always had to add my 2 little cents and then I'd get in trouble. Always get in trouble. And I would stress the heck out of my mom all the time. So, yeah, just the verse, a gentle answer deflects anger. Harsh words stir up temper. And it actually says it's a fool. A fool never knows how to shut their mouth. That's in the Bible. I don't want to be a fool. So I have learned how to not want to fan flames and just either say something to deflect. Like I'm going to try to immediately, like, what's the word? I'm going to try to disengage this whole thing. Like I'm going to try to put out the fire is what I'm trying to say. By one, not saying anything at all, not having a reaction, or just saying something like, you know what? I'm so sorry. De-escalate. Boom, 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 boom. De-escalate. I'm going to try to de-escalate the situation. And that comes from maturity. Yes, this is all in Proverbs 14. We're not even done. Immaturity is somebody who loves conflict. What did you say to me? Excuse me? What did you say to me? Well, let me tell you something. That's immature. And the book of Proverbs says you're a fool if you act that way. Where it's like, I'd rather be the one that says, I'm so sorry, even if I'm not. Oh boy, okay. Gentle words are a tree of life. A deceitful tongue crushes the spirit. That's the same thing, the verse we just read. The tongue of the wise makes knowledge appealing, but the mouth of a fool never shuts and beseeches out foolishness. Wow. The mouth of a fool never shuts. Whoa, we need to highlight this one. The mouth of a fool never shuts. Foolish people just don't know when to shut up. Ugh. I do not want to be that foolish person anymore. I used to be that person. Didn't know when to shut up. Always talking about somebody or something, or you know. Anyways. Mockers hate to be a curd. Mockers hate to be a curd. I love that verse too. Mockers hate to be a curd, so they stay away from the wise. I love this. Well, this is one of my favorite verses. It's Proverbs chapter 15, verse 12. Mockers hate to be a curd, or they hate to be corrected, meaning somebody who likes to mock people, they're not really trying to figure out the truth. They just like talking. They just like pointing the finger. So that's what it means. Mockers hate to be. They don't want to be corrected. They stay away from wise people. A glad heart. I love this verse too. This helped me with my RBF. I've written about this in one of my books. I've written about this in one of my books. Jesus was mocked. So it's not true that you won't be mocked if you're doing what's right. Jesus was one of the most mocked people, and he still is one of the most mocked people to ever live. So, so it doesn't mean if you do everything right, you won't be mocked. But none of us do everything right. So, but Jesus did. So, anyways, hold on. Hold on. We got a birthday donation. Shantice. Am I saying your name right? Shantice. Thank you, Shantice. Shantice sent $25 for my birthday. Thank you for the birthday gift. Yes, today's still my birthday. How many more hours? There's like one more hour. My birthday's still... It's still my birthday for one more hour. Thank you. Hold on. What am I doing? I'm getting a whiteboard. Okay, hold on. Yay, Shantice. We just reached. Okay, so now 26 people. I said in today's live stream that I wanted to jump 1K ahead in my fundraising goal. So we would jump 1K ahead if 30 people donated $30 and 4 people have. So 26 more people donated $30. We would reach today's birthday goal. Today is my birthday for a couple more hours, right? We have like December 25th is my birthday. So I turned 30 today. So if you would like to send a birthday gift, it would be so appreciated. It helps me with this mission of visiting all the countries. So my Cash App is pinned in the comments. It's here, Maryjane Byram on Cash App. So, yeah, we're going to see if we can hit this birthday goal. Again, and we'd hit it if 26 more people donated $30, if you can. So, yeah, it's very appreciated, and it helps so much. So, why are we talking about the book of Proverbs? Because it's one of my favorite books, and I read it like every 6 months, because if you read Proverbs, it'll slap you upside the head. It's just one of those books that is just spitting knowledge at you, which is crazy. Just good life knowledge. That's all the book is. So, a glad heart makes a happy face. I love this verse. I've written about this in one of my books, that like I used to always have an attitude on my face. And then I would make an excuse and say, that's just my face. It's not true. You can make your face however you want your face to look. And if you're doing this, it's intentional. And my sister used to always walk around with a smile. And I always said to my sister, I don't know why it bugged me so much. Like, I don't know. I think it was maybe a demon. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I think maybe it was a demon that I had inside of me that made me so angry when I would see people walking around with a smile. Think about how crazy that is. Why would it make another person angry that somebody's walking around with a smile on their face? And I remember this was my sister. That's why I say this horoscope stuff makes no sense. Me and my sister are apparently the same sign. She is so different from me. It's not even funny. She has always been the person she walks around. Hi. I actually sounded just like her just now. That's exactly how she sounds. Hi. Hi. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, first of all, you don't know these people. They're probably going to underestimate you because you walk around with this very irritating smile. People are going to take advantage of you. People are going to use you. People are going to be confused by you. And it angered me when I was younger that my sister would walk around smiling at people, at total strangers, at everybody, even when they didn't smile back. Now, finally, I am that person. I would always walk around with an attitude like this. When I'm walking around, just... And then I would lie and say, well, it's just my face. I'm very nice. No. There's no such thing. Even in the Bible, it says, a glad heart makes a happy face. Yeah, she was naturally kind-hearted. I was not. That's what was going on. And it made me angry. I'm being very honest. My sister was and is... I'm trying to think. Is she still that way? Yeah, she's still that way. Yeah, she's still that way. But I was not naturally this. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. I was naturally anger-hearted. And I'd walk around like this. And then I would blame her and say that she was doing something wrong. No, she wasn't doing anything wrong. It actually says we're supposed to be that way in the Bible. Now, listen, as somebody who... Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Thank you, guys. Today's my birthday still, so yeah. So I learned in my 20s that your life becomes so much easier when you take the first step to be the kind person instead of waiting for people to be kind to you. I'm telling you, it will have a 360 effect on your life. And especially if you're traveling. Like, when I tell people everybody's basically nice to me, nobody believes me. I could be in any country in the world and everybody's nice. I very rarely ever encounter a rude person. Now, did I when I was rude? Yes. I used to be rude. I used to be very rude and very entitled. And so people would be rude back to me. I used to have an attitude, and I used to people all the time, and it got me nowhere. Were you traumatized early in life? Yes, I was, but I believe that I was using that as an excuse, you know? No one's gonna hurt me because I'm not gonna let them. And you get upset when people don't have a good reaction to you, but that's the vibe you're giving them, that you're a jerk. The vibe you give people when you're like this, you're giving them the vibe that you're a jerk. So when I would travel the world and have this kind of attitude, people would have it back to me. Now, I've learned, because I've been traveling for several years, now I'm like my sister because I learned. I smile at people without waiting to see if they're going to smile. Like, I don't wait to see if somebody's going to be nice to me. I'm nice first. And I'm telling you, it has a 99.99999999999% success rate. 90% of people on earth are going to be nice back to you if you're saying, hi. So anyways, it says it in the Bible. I didn't make that up. And if you want to have an attitude on your face, people are going to judge you, and they're going to say, before you even speak, they're going to say, she's a jerk. You know what I'm saying? So just some life nuggets. This is some life nuggets. And you shouldn't say people shouldn't judge. We're all judging. You're unhealed on the inside and it showed up on the outside. Totally. I was unhealed on the outside. It went into everything. I used to dress so much like a boy. Like, I used to wear, I'm totally healing now. And that's what, oh my gosh, that's why I'm trying to share this stuff with you guys. I used to dress like a boy. I used to wear baggy clothes and graphic tees, and I didn't want to look girly at all. Not because I wasn't girly. I was girly. I got hardened by like being traumatized in life, and I just wanted to look. That's when I started getting all these tattoos. I tattooed my whole body. I started getting all these piercings. I took out my piercings. I had a nose piercing. I had this pierced. I had my whole ear pierced. I got all these piercings. I got tattooed all over. I'd wear black. I'd wear sneakers, and I'd wear tomboy clothes because I wanted to appear hard, like, don't mess with me. But really it was, you know, trauma. And then I'd get mad when my sister was just like, hi. My sister would just walk into like a cafe and just be like, hi. By the way, I sound just like her when I say that. Like, I'm making her exact voice. Hi. And it would make me so angry. I'm like, Christina, people are gonna walk all over you. And she's like, that's okay. I'm telling you, this is a life hack. People are not going to walk all over you if you're nice to them. People are going to perceive you as nice, and they're going to want to be nice back to you. Now, are there some people that are not so nice in life, and they're going to try to take advantage of you? Yes, but just, you don't have to get in a relationship with anyone. I'm just talking about borderline niceness to people. You're not waiting to see how somebody's going to react to you. That's all I'm saying. And even if they don't react to you nice, you still have the same energy, you know? There was this one time that I was in China and I was sitting at Starbucks and I was taking a video of myself. Now, there was a man who thought I was taking a video of him. I still think about this all the time. I had just moved to China and I was not having the easiest transition. And so I was taking a video of myself and a guy comes up to me and he goes, were you just taking a picture of me, you foreigner? And he was having a very bad day. Now, this verse would have come in handy. I could have easily said, now this is, we're using the Bible, right? Instead of using human strategy, if I used the Bible strategy, I could have said this and the whole situation would have been de-escalated. I could have easily said this. I was not taking a picture of you, but it looked like I was. I was really taking a picture of myself. I am so sorry. Would you like to see? That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. What does Maryjane do? Oh boy. I was very rude back to him, very disrespectful. I called him old. I said he was an old man and nobody wants to take a picture of him. I asked him if he was on drugs and I told him he needed to get help. I was incredibly rude. What does the guy do? If you guys watched me years ago, I put this on YouTube. It was just when I started my YouTube channel. He calls the police on me in China. He calls the police on me. So I'm sitting at Starbucks. The police show up and this dude is just he's losing his marbles. Yep. And I was like in a state of shock. I was terrified. The police put me in the back of the car. They didn't arrest me, but they just wanted to talk to me. So they said, I did exactly the opposite of what this Bible verse says. And if you guys can hear me, I'm trying to drop gems right now. You can literally have so much less stress in your life if you get this sooner than later. So the police the police were very nice, but they said, would you mind if we took you down to the police station? And I said, what am I going to say? No. I said, you can take me to the police station. And they said to me, this guy, we do smell alcohol on his breath. He's clearly drunk. And I believe they might have been angels, or maybe God talked to them, because these two police officers were so nice to me. And I was 21 years old, you guys, and I was in China all by myself. Anything could have happened, you know? And he was a Chinese guy. Everybody was Chinese besides me, and I'm in their country, and I'm being disrespectful. So he takes me, and the police officer, they take me, they say, tell me what's going on. I just start crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. And of course, I start talking about dad stuff. Of course, I start acting like the police officers are my therapists. And they're like, tell us what's going on. And I'm like, I'm so sick of men. Men are so mean. Because I don't have a father in my life, you know? So I'm like, I don't have a father. I've never had my father around. And I'm so sick of men trying to walk all over me. And da-da-da-da. I'm not going to let any man talk to me like this. And they're just looking, and they were like, these two police officers were like, listen. They weren't even Christian, which is crazy. They're like, you're always going to find people like this in your life. Always. You're never going to be in any country or in any planet where everybody's nice to you. Never. You might be catching somebody at the wrong time of their day, and you just happen to like cross paths with somebody who's having a bad day. And they're like, but you've got to learn how to like de-escalate a situation when need be. So they're saying this guy does hang out a lot around this area, and he is a heavy drinker, and he could have hurt you. He could have tried, you know, anything. And they're like, if you see people like this, walk away. And they gave me real life advice. They were trying to really, like, they were actually trying to help me. And so they were like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm perfectly fine. So they dropped me back off at my apartment, and they were like, listen, if this happens again, what are you going to do? I was crying. I was like, if somebody thinks I'm taking a picture of them, I'm just going to say, no, I'm sorry. So yeah, that is a life skill I learned. It's in the book of Proverbs. A kind answer turns away wrath. The guy came back to me and apologized, which is crazy. He told me that he was going through a divorce. He was going through one of the worst days of his life. He was going through a horrific divorce. And that's usually what's going on when somebody acts that way, you know? And I could have easily not been in that situation. And things could have turned out worse, you know what I'm saying? Things could have turned out way worse, you know? It's not illegal to take a picture of somebody, but still, when you're in a foreign country, even if you're not in a foreign country, why would you want to get into a situation with somebody that you don't have to get into, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, that was something I blame on myself. I don't even blame the man. You could tell he was going through, he's probably on some kind of drugs. You could tell that man was going through something, and I just crossed his path. And then I touched the exact place where he was struggling. Like when he said, did you take a picture of me, you foreigner? I immediately came back and started insulting him as a person. That is so wrong. And I did it multiple times after that. It took me a long time to learn. I could have easily said, no, I didn't. I'm so sorry. Would you like to see my phone? I really didn't take a picture of you. Situation would have been over. So anyways, you don't insult people. That is just straight up rude. and I didn't have to insult the man. And life lessons, life lessons. And shout out to the to the officers who were, they ended up being therapists. I talked to them for like 3 hours. They ended up being my therapist. And they were like, listen, you could see that man was crazy. I'm like, amen, thank you. I work in the medical field, high school 2.0, so negative. I needed this advice. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. You'll probably end up being really, really good at this. You know what I'm saying? You just make your life simpler. That's one thing I keep saying. Like, I am so glad I have learned, oh my gosh, so much stuff, so much mess I don't have to be in. Aww. Then he's here for you then. He's here for you then. So many people just refuse to learn. It's like, it's okay if you do things stupid, because that makes you human, right? But what makes a true idiot is someone who keeps doing that thing the wrong way over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's a real idiot. Like, it's okay to do something wrong, even a couple times. You're human. But at least be like, this is the wrong way to do this. I'm going to do it this. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be the person who never learns. Even if you have to get taken off your high horse, you know? Life will probably take you off of your high horse, and it should, you know? Where you don't get to be big and bad as you think you are. And I've learned that. I'm not as big and bad as I thought I was. And I don't want to be big and bad. If I have to be the person that's takes the low road, like, and I look like the idiot, I'll take that road. Where you kind of look like you walked all over me. Okay, sure. No problem. I'll look like the idiot, or I'll look like the punk. I don't care. China is a beautiful country, and no hate against China. I lived there for 4 years, and I had 2 bad experiences, 2 of them. Don't talk to my people. Do not talk to my people. You weren't in school. You were in the psych wards. You were in the psych wards. No one walks over me. Okay, then you can be the person that's always going to be in conflict. Good luck with your life on planet Earth. I think that taking the low road is taking the high road. Honestly. And I cannot stand a person who... One of the most unattractive traits is somebody who is so easily angered. That is so unattractive. It's not even funny. Always mad. Somebody always gets to you. And it's a sign of weakness. The real sign of strength is a person who knows how to take the low road. My ego's not hurt. I can take the low road. If it means peace, I'll take it. So for the situation where the guy started yelling at me because he thought I took a picture of him, if I took the low road, which is, oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to make it seem like I was taking a picture of you. You don't get as much cool points. You don't look as big and bad as, who are you talking to? Anybody taking a picture of your ugly self? That's how I used to act. Ain't nobody taking a picture of you. Why would I want to take a picture of you? You're old. You're an old, ugly man. And this man is going through a divorce. This man is going through a divorce, and I called him ugly and old and weird. I started saying all these other things that was so unnecessary. Oh, Jesus. Anyways. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is timely. This is timely. So Proverbs chapter 15, verse 18. A hot-tempered person starts fights. A cool-tempered person stops them. There you go, right there. Blessed are the peacemakers. Blessed are the peacemakers. A hot-tempered person starts fights. A cool-tempered person stops them. I want to be a fight stopper. At least if I can. Not every situation you can. There's some people that love to be angry, and I've learned that through live streaming. Sometimes somebody will come in my live stream and they just so badly want to get in the ring with me and they want to argue, and I can tell no matter what I say, the person just wants they just want the attention, they want the conflict. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, Nicole. You have to understand that too, which is okay. But a lot of things can be just stopped in their tracks if you just take the low road. And here is what I will tell you: if you are saved, if you're saved, right? You believe in God, you've given your life to Jesus, he is going, hold on. I'm about to give you a recipe. Yes, it's a dopamine rush. They get it, they get from it. Yeah, it is totally a dopamine rush. You totally have a huge hit of dopamine when you say to somebody, screw you. Who are you talking to? You want to fight with me? Well, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? You don't get as much dopamine if you're like, I'm sorry. Not in a punk way. Just like, I'd rather you take the win if that's what you want, type of thing. It's humility. So I'm about to give you a recipe. I've studied the Bible through and through and through and through and through and through and through. Do you want to be that person that is just so unbelievably, ridiculously, good night? You want to be that person that is so unbelievably, ridiculously, insanely, unbelievably blessed? Be the low road person. I'm telling you, be the low road person where you are the one who's just like, if you want to win the argument, win the argument. If you want to seem like the cool person, you seem like the cool person. If you want to walk all over me and make me look stupid and embarrass me, walk all over me. Try to make me look stupid. Try to embarrass me. Go ahead. Let them do it. I'm telling you, God is going to start blessing your freaking socks off. He loves it. Now, if you want to look cool on earth, you can be if you want to look cool here down on earth, you can get cool points by being quick-witted, where you know how to come at people, you know how to hurt people, you know just what to say to ruin somebody's reputation, you know just what to say to try to make people look stupid, and you're always the one who's coming out smelling like roses. If that's you, you'll get cool points on earth, sure. But not in heaven. The Bible says the low road person gets blessed over and over and over and over in Matthew, in Philippians, in Proverbs, in Psalms. The low road person gets the blessing. You won't look as cool at first, though, because you're not the one who's, you're not the bully. Seems really cool, What was Spider-Man? Spider-Man did not look cool at first. He looked like the dweeb in school. And he wasn't the dweeb. He was the one who had the sauce. Listen, all I'm trying to say is it's way saucier to be humble. And you get blessed. You get your socks blessed off. That's all I'm trying to say. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, Natalia. Thank you. And thank you, Darshan. God bless you guys. I hope you're having a very good holiday season and closing 2025. I'm so grateful for you guys, honestly. So yeah, it's opposite. The Bible is like, the human logic feels so good and it seems right, but it's not. It's not. And if you ever think that you're going to be in a situation where you aren't going to be the wrong one, you will be. You will be in context where you're the wrong one. Sometimes you might be right. I don't know how. Okay, so I've read a really good book. It's called, this is one of my favorite books, Thinking Fast and Slow. Basically, it's a book about humanity, how the brain works, how the mind works, how we think, how our thinking process works. this book talks about how often a human is right. How often are we right? Where we're the one who knows what we're talking about and everybody else doesn't. If we go off of our own head, we're always right and everybody else is wrong. But in reality, nobody can always be the right one. That's impossible. Humans are not that accurate, because it's how I think and I try to live my life too. Honestly, and I'm only saying this from experience. I'm not saying this because I'm better. I'm saying this because this was my life. You have this book. It's a difficult, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. So if you guys aren't happy birthday, thank you so much. It's a choice of race, even God gives us to love each other for a reason. The world wants us to hurt each other, but the bitterness of sisters through God, we are meant to love each other. I totally agree with you. So this book, I'm not gonna lie, don't read this if you're not a reader. You have to be a reader to read this. It is not a book that like flows and it's easy to read. It's heavy psychology. So like the first chapter of the book, boom, it starts with the heavy psychology. The first chapter is about our faces, which is so funny, because I was talking about faces, but like the first chapter of the book it shows you a face, and then it talks about like 90% of humans, we do our judging. 90% of humans, no, all humans do 90% of our judging before we even hear a person talk. We look at them. So that's why I said your face matters. The way you look matters. Your body language matters. Because everybody is judging you. You have a whole page of, stop it. Then I'm here talking to you. Then I'm here for you then. We're perceived, of course, by what we say and what we do, but we're highly perceived as well. We're humans, we're survival people, right? We want to survive. Even if we're sleeping and we start choking, our body will wake up immediately. Or if we're sleeping and we hear a sound, what happens? We wake up. What's wrong? Or if we're sleeping and we have these instincts that constantly want to keep us alive. We're always thinking about survival. How do I stay alive? How do I stay alive? How do I stay alive? Right? So part of our survival strategy is to perceive the world around us. Is that a threat? Is that a threat? Is that a threat to my survival? That's what we're all doing. And so we have a way of reading people where before we hear a person, before we know a person, we visually take them in to try to see what's going on, And so that's what the first chapter of this book talks about. It says like this woman's face, you don't have to know anything about her to try and guess what she's got going on and how she's feeling and if she might be a threat to you. And you might want to stay away from this kind of person with this kind of look on. Anyways, it's about how our brains work. But if you read the first chapter, it talks about how it's not an accurate judge. We are only perceiving the quickest, most obvious things about other people all the time. But this girl, we don't know her life story. We don't know what she's got going on. We don't know anything, but we are quickly making inferences based on the things we see around us all the time. So why did I say all that? Basically, it says in this book, I've learned as well, we're quick judges, but we're not accurate judges. We're trying to quickly take things in for survival. So we get in a lot of conflict by being inaccurate judges. You know what I'm saying? We're not judging accurately. We're judging quickly. We're not getting to know people. We're quickly trying to take things in. And it's just not that easy to understand people. People take time to get to know them, and even the best people make wrong decisions, and the worst people can make good decisions sometimes. So yeah, basically that's the point I was trying to make. Let's run through. I'm not going to drag this on too long, but I do want to make, I guess, a couple more points before we get off here today. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Why am I talking about this? Because I turned 30 today. Today's my 30th birthday, and I guess I just feel like I've learned so much. I know 30, I don't know if it seems like that many years, but I feel like I've just learned so much through my travels, and oh my gosh, there's just so much broad spectrum knowledge, and a lot of it I find here in Proverbs or in the Bible in general. But a lot of people don't care to do things or to try and change the way they do things, and you keep getting bad results, and it's like, well, have you tried to change anything else? You know? So, I mean, I'm talking from experience. That's why I'm talking. It's from experience. I've done everything the wrong way first. So now I know the right way. So, it says over and over and over and over and over and over and over again that God is the one, he's supposed to be the one that makes our plans happen, not us. He is the plan maker happen. He is the one who wants to establish our life plans. But we do it backwards. We want to establish our life plans, and we want God to help us. So what we'll say to God is, you help me with my life plan. No. And then we get mad when he doesn't. When he never signed up to do that. He's not your personal assistant. It's supposed to be the other way around. God makes your life happen, or, establishes your life and your dreams and all the things you can't figure out how to do. Meanwhile, you just do what he's telling you to do, And that doesn't mean you shouldn't have goals in your life. You can have goals in your life. You can have dreams in your life, but you don't put God in the backseat and tell him, you help me with my life. That's not how, excuse me? You know what I'm saying? No, that's not how that works. And then we get mad at him when he doesn't. When something goes wrong in our life and we go, God, why would you let this happen? He's like, you were never doing things my way. What are you talking about? You were doing things your own way, so you ran yourself into the ground. So, not easy to hear, but very, very, very true. I always have to remind myself that I'm not tacking God onto the end of my life as my personal assistant. And if I do, then I'm going to have the responsibility to maintain it. And that's why I think it's scary when we make things happen on our own. That's why I don't believe in manifesting. No, I'm not manifesting, because how do I know that something that I'm pursuing is right anyways? There's so many times where I want something so bad, and then I'm like, this was a bad idea. But at the time, it felt like such a good idea. So it's just dangerous, So anyways. Yeah, Proverbs 16:9. We make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps. He's the one who's actually... if you actually give him permission, because he doesn't do it without permission, But if you give him permission to say, I'll have the life you want for me versus the life I want to have, I think things get really, 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 really good for you. Let's make 4 more points, and then I'm gonna see if there's anyone else in the chat who... So my birthday is what? We have 2 more hours of my birthday. I'm fundraising today for my Every Country goal. I'm trying to visit... I can't even see the whiteboard. I'm trying to finish visiting every country in the world in 2026. So I have 56 countries left. So any donations would go toward that and be so helpful. Today's my 30th birthday. We still have another 2 hours before it's the 26th and it's not my birthday anymore. But yeah, if you want to donate, donation method is Maryjane Byram on Cash App. $30 seems to be I didn't get a laptop yet. I'm still raising money. So that's what I want to get for my birthday, a new laptop. So, because mine broke did. So I know it's not broke did, but I was making a joke. So yeah, if anyone wants to donate, it would be so helpful. $30, $20, $25 because it's the 25th, $30 because I just turned 30, or anything in general. So I will make, let's see. You should read this book, by the way. It's the book of Proverbs. It's in the Bible. It goes on and on and on. It's just pages and pages of life knowledge. Like, you have to read this yourself. You have to. And if you need to get a translation that you can understand well, get like ESV, or if NIV's, or if KJV is hard to understand, try to get a translation that really works for you, because this stuff is just gems. One of my favorite verses too is Proverbs 17:8 or 17:17, which says, "A friend is often loyal." Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. "But a brother is born in adversity." I love that verse. It's basically saying, like, friends are cool, but you want to know who your family is? Your family are the people that stick by you when you're going through hell. That's better than a friend. That's better than being blood related to somebody. If you have somebody that sticks by you when you're going through, people stick around when everything's smelling like roses, but wait till you're going through a hard time. When you're going through something, and there's people that choose to stick with you, you've got something better than gold. You've got something better than gold, and that is actually one of the greatest blessings in life if you have those kind of people who stick around. They weren't just there when everything was smelling, when everything was turning up roses. You've got something better than actual gold. That's what the Bible says. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I'm just reading from the Bible. And like I said, I have done everything wrong first. That's the only reason I can talk about this stuff. If I did everything wrong, I know what's wrong. I've done everything wrong first. So that's where I mean, man, I've done it wrong over and 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 over again. So I'm like, oh, I think I learned the right way to do it. Not that. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, guys. Let's see. A cheerful heart is good medicine. Okay, there's a whole chapter in here about what it means to be a good wife. I'm going to skip over that part because maybe we'll do a whole different live stream about that, but it says so many times, like, we're going to talk about that. We're going to skip over that, but there's 2 whole chapters about what a good wife is, which is crazy. Yeah. So I'm thinking about, will we talk about in a different live stream? I'm not a wife yet, so I'm not going to talk about that. But if you guys are a wife, great, amazing chapter to read. Ooh, this is a really good one. Sensible people keep their eyes glued on wisdom, but a fool's eyes wander here and there into the ends of the earth. Whoa! Sorry. That is a mic drop. Bye, sis. I didn't know you guys were still here. Thank you so much for sticking around. Yes, don't stay up too late. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll have a happy Merry Christmas, and thank you guys so much. Yeah, get some sleep if you guys are up too late. Don't want you to stay up too late. I only have like 3 more points to make, then we'll wrap this thing up. But listen, I'm going to say this verse over again. Sensible people keep their eyes glued on wisdom. Glued! Sensible people keep their eyes glued on wisdom, but a fool's eyes wander here, there, and to the ends of the earth. Don't stay up. Go to sleep. I love you guys and so happy you tune in, but I don't want you to stay up too late. I don't want to keep you too long. I'll save the live stream if you want to watch it later. But yeah, sensible people keep their eyes on wisdom. Fools have their eyes wandering. That is so true. Like, I feel like it's so important in life. Pay attention to who has your attention. Who talks and you, like, watch where you're going. Pay attention to where you're going. And for life advice, and especially like what is the thing your attention is on the most, you know? Because you don't just want to watch anything anytime just because it pops up on your phone. Like, you put a lot of care into who has your ear. Sensible people keep their eyes glued on wisdom. What is wisdom? The Bible, good books, meaningful relationships, but not just anybody, especially a lot of foolishness on the internet. There is a lot of foolishness on the internet. People who know how to get your attention and they know how to keep it. But I dare say you're playing with fire. And I don't want to be called a fool. There was somebody I used to watch religiously. They were like they were somebody who talks bad about people online. They're like a I don't know what you call it. A T channel. A channel that just gives you little nuggets, little rumors about people, you know? And every single day I watched this YouTube channel, I felt God just being like this. At me. Not at the person that was talking. At me. And I heard one time when I was listening to this tomfoolery, I didn't hear an audible voice, but I basically just felt it. It was just like, just anything has your attention. Just anything. And what does that say about you? Which is so true. What does it say about you? What you choose to listen to, what you choose to watch. What is it saying about you? You know? I don't want to be the fool whose eyes wander here, there, and to the end of the earth. You need to know how to fix your eyes on something and tune out the world. This world is crazy, and if you want something crazy, you're going to find it. It's not easy to go on the internet and just find anything that is entertaining, and I know why it feels good to... Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I know why it feels good to listen to gossip about other people. It's because it makes you feel less bad about what you've got going on. But I dare say it's dangerous, and I dare say that I don't think it's wise at all to be somebody who listens to gossip. And I think it says a lot about you more than it says, Corinne! Corinne, I was waiting for you. I was talking about you earlier. I said that I was waiting for exalted love because I found the water that you were asking me about. I found it for you. I was in the grocery store. I was in the convenience store, and I was like, oh, that's the water exalted love was talking about. So I had it off to the side. I was waiting to see if you were going to show up in the live stream today. I got this for you. Yeah, so I don't know. I just was walking in the grocery store. It wasn't the grocery store. It was the convenience store. And yeah, I found this. So this is new. This was invented like last week by a chemist, a Japanese chemist who thinks that he came up with a solution for people who overeat. He changed the, properties of the water, the mineral properties. So this is supposed to be water that makes you not hungry. Now, do I condone this? No, I don't condone it. Don't curse in my live stream. Do not put curse words. If you're going to say something, say it a different way. Don't put a curse word in my lives. Because YouTube will flag my live stream if you add a curse word. Okay, so anyways, this is weight loss. I'm not necessarily promoting this, by the way. I'm just showing it because it's like some Japanese new invention, but it's not even supposed to be bad for you. It's no chemicals. It's just water that they changed the mineral content. I don't know what that means. And it's supposed to make you not hungry. So you asked me about it, and then I went to find it for you. Okay, let's try it. I wasn't even going to drink it unless I saw you in the chat today. I guess I'd have to wait to see if it works, although You know, I'm not really trying to lose weight or anything like that. But let's see, let's see. Weight loss water. It's water in Japan. I live in Japan, and this is a new invention. It's supposed to be water. Smells like water that makes you not hungry. And it's not even any added chemicals. It just has like a lot. It's the mineral makeup of the water that makes you not hungry so that you can lose weight. Do I promote this? I'm not promoting it. I don't even know if it works. I'm just trying it. So let's taste. It smells like water. Let's compare it to a regular bottle of water. I'm so happy you showed up. I was waiting to show this to you. I'm smelling a regular bottle of water. Okay, it smells like water. Let's taste it. Let's taste the regular water. Yummy. Okay, let's taste the weight loss water. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. Okay, I'm reading, it just tastes like water. I don't know what else to say, but I'm reading the side of it, and it says it has added hydrogen. It says it's added hydrogen into the water. So it's hydrogen water. I don't know if it works yet. This might need to be one of those reviews where I come back the next day. It just tastes like water because it is water. But apparently it's supposed to make me not hungry. So stay tuned. Tomorrow I'll come back and tell you if it made me hungry, if it made me not hungry. Yeah, these are popping up everywhere around Japan right now. I'm starting to see them all over in the stores. It's supposed to be water that they add hydrogen to, and it makes you not hungry. So yeah, sorry. Can't really give you a review right now because it tastes like water. We'll come back tomorrow with the full review. Yummy! Hydrogen water. For the people who have too much of an appetite. Like I said, I'm gonna have to do a part two of that review. But hi guys, okay. Man, I am been talking so much. So I feel like I wanna digress a little bit and maybe wrap this live stream up because I do have a live stream planned for tonight. So, it's always going to taste like rice bran. No, it doesn't even... Tastes like water. You know what I mean? Tastes like water. There's nothing there. And it makes sense because it says, like, in the ingredients, it says, like, there's... Like, it markets itself as not having anything to the taste. Like there's nothing different about there's nothing different about whoa, thank you so much, Layla, for the thank you so much. I definitely will add it to the donations. Thank you so much for the super chat, sister. Thank you. I don't know. Is it still Christmas in the US? I think it is. No, no, it's about to be. We only have 1 more minute of my birthday. Okay. How are you spending the new year in Japan? Like this? Like this. Yeah, I have a live stream planned tonight, so maybe we'll continue tonight with the Proverbs talk. I'm in Japan for the rest of the year, and this is what I'm doing until first week of January. You still have an hour over here. Oh, I still have 1 hour of my birthday. Nice. It's 11:59. Oh, where Corinne's at, I still have an hour. It's my birthday for we got a little bit more time. But yeah, I hope you guys had a very Christmas is always very bittersweet to me because it's like I do not want the Christmas season to end. It's my favorite time of year. It's also my birthday, but I love it. So I do want to get a video out today, so I might run around and try to film that. I'm going to continue tonight the Proverbs talk. I like doing Bible talks. I don't know if you guys like them, but I very much enjoy them, and I love talking to you guys. So thank you guys so much. I will maybe do 15 more minutes of the live stream, and I'll end it. And then, yeah, since we have 1 more hour of my birthday, if anyone last minute wants to give a birthday donation, my Cash App is pinned in the comments. It's Maryjane Byram on Cash App. And it all helps so much with my goal of visiting all the countries on planet Earth. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, guys. 2026 is going to be so fun. Well, we'll see. It's going to be challenging, but I hope it's going to be fun, and we'll see. It's going to be fun. Oh, that's crazy. I just went reading Proverbs 11. Absolutely love Bible reading. Yeah, we were talking about the whole okay, not the whole Proverbs, but man, Proverbs is one of those books. It's just like makes you feel, it shrinks you back, you know, when sometimes we get all blown up and it just brings you right back. It's like, oh yeah, I still have a lot to work on. That's why I read it like every 6 months, and that's why I'm reading it right now. But I'm definitely have not even come close to finishing. So we'll go back. I'll go back and finish it tonight. So yeah, I'm just gonna do 15 more minutes, and then yeah, maybe we have 1 or 2 more people who want to donate for my birthday, and I'm very grateful to have spent my birthday with you guys. I'm 30 years old now, and is anything different? I don't know if anything's different. I feel different. I'm in my 30s, and I'm excited. It doesn't feel scary or old or anything like that. I love it so far. It's a vibe. Hi, Donald. It is so funny that I did a taste test of the water, and it just tastes like water. But the true test is if we'll see if I get hungry or not. We'll see. I probably have to drink more than that. So part 2 coming later. There's a little something there. There's a little something in the taste. I don't know if I'm imagining it, but the 3rd time I'm like, okay, maybe I can tell there's something. Maybe I can tell there's something here. I don't know what the taste is like, though. It really just tastes like water. Life will start fast now you hit 30. How do you know? How do you know? Hi, I'm a cookie. Maybe this is a sign that we should round out the live stream. Maybe this is a sign. People told me that when I was turning 20. They're like, when you turn, I remember I worked at Forever 21 when I was in college, and there was a girl, I was 19, and she told me, when you turn my age, she was 25. She said, when you turn 25 like me, your metabolism is going to slow down and you're going to get fat. And life is just going to move so fast. And I'm like, okay. I always like when people try to tell me how my life is going to go. I just listen. I'm like, okay. Just because your life had a certain cadence to it doesn't mean somebody else's is. You know what I'm saying? You can't really say what life is going to be like for anybody. We're all living it differently. Everybody's living it differently. Experiencing it in their head differently. Merry birthday. Thank you so much, Desmond. That's a good name. I like the name Desmond. Desmond. Yeah, eating clean and exercising totally makes you, I think, eating clean and exercising totally affects your life experience. Absolutely. It affects the way you feel, which affects your life and how you're perceiving it, how it's going for you. Totally, 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 totally. How much sleep you're getting, what you're eating, how much you're moving your body. These are all going into your dopamine, how you feel. And so you can never look at anybody and say, this is how your life is going to feel, or how your life is going to go. People always try to, wait, something's kicking in. Something's kicking in. Wait a minute. So I was testing this. This is Japanese. Whoa. Okay, something's going on here. Something might be happening. Okay, so this is Japanese hydrogen mineral water. It's supposed to make you not hungry. You're supposed to drink this, and it's supposed to like do something to the mineral content of your body. And something about hydrogen makes you not hungry or something. I feel like my stomach is like feeling more full. I'm not exaggerating. This might work. I'm not necessarily promoting it. You can only buy it in Japan anyways, but yeah, one of my subbies asked me to try this. That's why I'm trying it. It could be the placebo effect too. You know the placebo effect where it's like you think something's happening, but it might not be happening? I feel like I just got 50% more full or something. I don't know. I could be imagining things. Was it supposed to be high content hydrogen mineral water that's supposed to make you not hungry? So I've been testing it for the last couple of minutes. Thank you so much for the Merry Christmas wishes. Today's my birthday, if it is still December 25th for you guys. So yeah, I'll have to come back with a full review, but I just felt like out of nowhere, I felt full. Out of nowhere, you know? Fuller. Is that a word? More full. Are you going to South Korea since you're nearby? I'm not going to South Korea because I don't like South Korea. Like, no hate against South Korea, but it's just not my place, you know? I mean, it's okay. But like, for me, South Korea is like, maybe 2 or 3 days, 3 or 4 days. Maybe. But I'm not a huge fan of South Korea. And I've been there so many times. But I was thinking about having a layover in China because when I leave Japan, it's going to lay me over. I can choose to be laid over in China or be laid over in Europe. And I feel like I might choose to be laid over in China. So I might have a layover in Shanghai before I leave Japan. That would be nice. 24-hour layover in China before I get out of here. Yeah, I've been to Cambodia many times. What's the youngest you'll ever date? There's no youngest I'll ever date because I don't date. I don't date. But I feel like I would not like somebody who's, like, seriously. It depends on maturity level, honestly. So I can't say an age, but obviously not anything 5 years younger than me, but I'm not dating. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, do you like it there? I don't love Cambodia, if I'm being very honest. I'm not a monk. My birthday was so amazing. My birthday was so amazing. I loved it. It was so cool. I mean, I'm just in my favorite place on planet Earth, so it's amazing. Okay, so I feel like, so my friend posted her boyfriend the other day. Not the other day. She posted her boyfriend on her Instagram. She's a YouTuber. And she like did the hard launch, you know, the hard launch. Where it's like, what is a hard launch? It's like when you post somebody and say that you're dating that person. And I wasn't trying to be a Debbie Downer, but I was like, good luck. Like, I feel like you're setting up your relationship to fail when you do that. When you invite people into your relationship and you put them on the internet, you put your business on the internet, you're signing up for that thing to fail. Sorry, I feel that way. So she posted, she's like, I did not say that to her though, because I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer. I just thought it in my head. And then I was like, be very careful, because she started posting all these pictures with him, and then she started giving updates on the relationship all the time. Long story short, they broke up 2 or 3 weeks ago, and she deleted all the pictures off her Instagram, and she's horrified because all she's getting is all these DMs about, why did you take the pictures down? Where's your boyfriend? Where is he? What happened? Did he cheat on you? Did he sleep with another girl? Did he hit you? Is he mental? Did he abuse you? Did he slap you? What happened? And that's, I said to her, she's horrified because she's trying to grieve right now over a breakup, and all she has is all of her subscribers, all of her community is saying, what happened to the dude? What, did he cheat on you? Making all these things. And I said to her, listen, I'm not trying to be the person, but I've learned, once you put something on the internet, people are going to harass you about it for the rest of eternity. So why would you put your personal relationship, one of the most intimate things about your life, on the internet? People, I mean, even for me, it doesn't matter what I talk about. It doesn't matter what I talk about on live stream. It doesn't matter what I talk about in my YouTube video. I get questions about, where's your boyfriend? What's going on with your boyfriend? Why aren't you married? Why don't you have kids? Did you guys break up? Are you good? Are you fighting? Where is he? What country is he from? When's the last time you saw him? Why isn't he there right now? Are you with him right now? When's the last time you talked? How long you been dating? What's the day he's gonna get? Do you know how unbelievably... Can you imagine being in a relationship with somebody and people doing that to you all the time? So that's why I always say, I understand I've given certain details about my life on the internet, but it is one of the most, I won't say annoying, because it's not like I get annoyed. I don't get annoyed. But being questioned constantly about your relationships is super, I feel like, invasive, because relationships normally have ebbs and flows, right? Like, it's normal where you might have a little bit of a falling out with somebody and then you get back together. And then you may go through a period where you literally don't want anybody in your personal relationship business. I feel like everybody feels, what person wants to tell the details of their intimate life online all the time? You know what I'm saying? But once you put information out there, you can't be mad about people asking you 24/7. So I'm never mad when people ask me, because I understand I'm the one that, gave certain details before, but that's why I don't talk about it that much. I guess for close friends and stuff like that, yes, but I'm never going to sit on the internet and talk about the details of my love life, because you're asking to be pestered all the time about you're standing with somebody, and it's incredibly, I feel like it's incredibly personal. So, and if I'm married, I will definitely tell you guys the day I get married. And if I am having kids, I'll definitely share that with you guys. But other things about my relationship and the standing of it, and I don't share that. And it's never really the subject of my YouTube channel. I share my travels and stuff like that with you guys. But I'm never on here to give constant relationship updates, unfortunately. But everything else, yes. Advice talks, travel advice, things, different things. But I'm not going to give a constant relationship update on my life. That's really personal. These celebrities nowadays talk about their personal business, whether it's intimacy or, oh, I know. And it baffles me. Like, you're sharing your private life on the internet for what? And then it's not like people don't constantly want to know more information. They want to know. Where is the person? What is their name? What's their last name? Where are they from? What country? Where did you meet? How? When was the last time you saw him? Did he hit you? Did he cheat on you? What happened? Why'd you break up? Meanwhile, you're just trying to keep something, you're trying to maintain something with the person. Could you imagine somebody doing that to you? So I've learned to give less information. And I know that I can't be mad because I'm the one who has brought up certain subjects, you know, like intimate relationships before on the internet. But then people want constant updates all the time. What is your relationship status? Tell us right now. Where is he? Was he? What did it? And it's just like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? You would hate that if somebody did it to you. Trust me. You would hate it. So that's my standing with the relationship stuff. I will always share with you guys. I will share with you guys if I'm married. Other than that, it's not for the internet. So anyways, and I think it's highly inappropriate to ask somebody about their personal love life. I think it's okay to ask somebody if they're single or not, but it's just hard to give like constant updates all the time because life does this all the time with everybody, you know? And then you have to be telling people all this different information. It's just really not fun. So anyways, I think her subscribers were the women he was cheating with. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think she just had a falling out with him because the woman I'm talking about, she is kind of she's doing big things in life. She's, you know, she's doing really well. And he's not doing as great in life right now. And I think it was like a power struggle of, I don't know, trying to find somebody who's happy for you and not jealous of you, you know? I think that's really what's going on. But I don't think that there was anything like cheating or anything like that. So, but still, that's a great part of not sharing your personal life on the internet. You don't have to give updates about your relationship. No, Jesus, let that never, ever, ever be me where I'm on the internet. Here's an update about never, never with people. No, sorry. But I don't get mad at people for asking. So I don't want to make it seem like I get mad when people ask me about relationship stuff because I don't get mad. I understand, you know, there's some times where I watch somebody online and I want to know about their relationship status, but I would never ask, you know, because it's just so personal. So anyways, but like I said, when I get married, if I get married, I would tell you guys that, but the relationship is too intimate. So anyways, moving on. I want to wrap up this live stream. I love talking to you guys. I love doing the live streams. We have, in the live stream, we raised 600. Thank you guys so much. I will be back tonight if anyone else wants to have some more deep chats, but it would be tomorrow morning if you're in the US. I got stuff to do. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. And Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and Happy New Year. Love you guys. Yes, I'm dating the Holy Spirit. Love you guys. See you hopefully very, very, very soon. Have a very